This is the Jermaine Hall Show. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be right here with me. And tonight, we got a special show for you. We kind of gonna be all over the place with topics on purpose. I want to touch a lot of ground tonight, cover a lot of ground rather, but I don't want to leave nobody out because it's certain things going on in this world right now that may seem discouraging. It may seem like uh, you're not worth the time. It may seem like, you know what I'm saying, some people are putting you on the back burner, but you know what? I think it's worth you understanding that if you got put on the back burner, you belong there. That person ain't for you, or that thing ain't for you that you got put on the back burner for. You know what I'm saying? So don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged at all. Understand that things happen for a reason. I am here to have a conversation with my friends this evening. The first thing that was on my mind, man, thinking about I was thinking about how we speak to ourselves as we have before. Blessings to each and everybody in here. Miss Montez, blessings to you. Uh, I was speaking to one of my homies, I think about a few days ago, and my homie was telling me, you know, he don't believe in love no more. He don't believe in love. He don't really want to explore love. He don't feel like nobody's serious, right? And I understand that sentiment. I understand that sentiment. Uh, Big dog, we got cheese in the building. Got the family, Miss Wimberly. Blessings to you, y'all in the building. Thank y'all for showing up. But I was talking to my homie about love. First of all, my friends is showing up. What's up, big dog?
What's
Bless,
good? What's good? What's good,
man.
family?
Holding it down. I think we got some more special friends gonna be popping in soon.
Hey, that's what's up. The more the
Yeah,
merrier. We're gonna have a good conversation tonight.
yeah, for sure, for sure. I was just telling him I had a conversation with one of my homies, and he was saying he don't believe in love no more. Ain't nobody serious. Everybody lying. Ain't nobody trying to really connect these days. And I told him it's not so much that, and correct me if you see something different. It's not so much that nobody's serious. I don't believe that. Uh, I believe that they're connecting with the wrong people because you don't have to consistently ask the right person for things that you need in this lifetime. They jump at the chance. When it's the
Right.
right situation, it's rare that you even have to ask for things. Communication is good, but if they're paying attention to you, they understand you and they know you, it's rare that you got to ask for a lot of things. If you find yourself in situations that you got to ask for the same things every day, it's a good damn chance that person don't care as much as you think
Well,
they
like
do.
like you said, first off, you have done your part by asking, in case the person doesn't know. Um, but then to ask again is, borderline. What is that? Begging. You
Mhm.
know, and you have to have reasonable expectations. If you ask something of someone, you have to give them time to, do that organically. But yeah, if they don't show any effort and you have to continuously ask, I mean, come on, are they serious about it? Are they? Or do you have that connection?
Big
You
Mike, what
know,
up, big dog? I see you, dog. Everybody else, only the family, man. Y'all know what it is. Only the family. What's up with it? Uh, so yeah, I want to jump right into this thing, man, because I got a whole lot, and I'm all over the place tonight. Everybody keep asking, what's the topic? What we talking about? What we talking
man.
about? We talking about a
Okay.
lot, and I think we'll just get since it's the hometown, we'll just get to the most. Actually, nah, we're gonna do it like this. We're gonna do it like this right here. Black China's mom and her explicit pictures.
Huh.
Now, I wish my other lady friends was here already, but they'll be here when they can get here. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Right.
Black China's mom decided that She was gonna send her daughter's ex naked pictures and
Of
solicit
herself. Of
and,
herself.
and solicit herself.
Right.
She decided I'm going to send naked pictures to my daughter's ex. What do you think about that first before I go in?
Um, Boundaries, lack thereof. um, yeah, that that's tacky. That's what the old folks call common. Um, I don't know, man. I'm really not surprised by anything, these celebrities do. I'm not, man. It's just, if it's wrong, they do it. You know, if it's wrong, they do it. If you shouldn't be doing it, they do it. Um, yeah, man, that's common as hell. I can't
um,
imagine. I can't imagine having that type of relationship, bro. What she do? What did she do to her mama? You know?
they got into it. They're at odds for whatever reason, long-standing feud over the past few years.
Okay.
What her mom needs is the limelight, right? I'm guessing.
Right.
But I don't know what would bring a mother to send the ex those naked pictures and then brag on social media that, hey, I got what my daughter don't got.
Hey, it's the feelings behind it, man. That attention. It's the feelings behind that attention, man.
You think
It's
that's it?
sick. It's sick. It's sick, but people thirst for attention, bro, even if it's just 15 minutes.
Right.
And
So
man, that's a,
I,
oh,
I had a different thought. For me, if my mom, not my mom, but if I'm Black China and she's sending my ex pictures, right? Dog,
right,
I ain't saying nothing. Don't even put me in that. That's my ex for a reason. That's my ex for a reason. I don't care if you send all my exes your pictures. What I do know is we got problems in this family we need to be fixing. Clearly, you need to work on you because you
right,
sent my old work naked pictures. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So if my old work is attractive to you, that's your business. You know what I'm saying? I can't change who you attracted to. Yeah, that's dirty, but I wouldn't go so far as to write my mom off for being like that because naturally, I know who my mom is well before it hit the internet.
That wasn't the first time they've had an incident. Right. I feel you. If she's comfortable enough doing that, if she's comfortable enough doing something like that,
Let's just say it's the
you
first time.
know,
Let's just
right.
say it's the first time. Even at the first time, do you respond? I ain't never responded.
It would be hard not to, just because they're in the limelight, but you're right. You shouldn't,
I
you
ain't
know,
responded.
you shouldn't entertain. Yeah. If it'd say a lot if you didn't entertain it. I hear that. I hear that.
Now you know you gotta put that on do not disturb.
Yep. I meant to.
Go ahead, handle your business. So with that Black China situation, man, I'm never responding. One, because I don't need my ex all in my life again. And you not gonna help her come back to me. I don't want her to come back to me. So it ain't nothing for me to talk about when both of y'all got a situation. Now, is my ex contacting me to tell my mom, stop? That's a different situation. You know how to block my mama. I ain't
Huh.
block my mama. If she did it while we was in a relationship, why you ain't tell me then? And it's coming out this late. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? So I
Okay.
don't know the details of exactly when it took place or why it took place, but from the messages that was posted online, Buddy was saying, man, we need to pray for you because your daughter ain't got no problem with you and you keep trying to find the problem, right? So it kind of sounded like they were still in a relationship. Well, the way it read was like they were still in a relationship at the time. It's just
Right.
now hitting the internet, right? I don't know
Got
the details of that, and I don't quote me on that.
right.
But even
Well,
if
that's
I'm
why I say, man, that's why I say, like, there's got to be something behind that, because how could you feel comfortable doing that? What is the relationship, and where is it at that one you feel like you're comfortable doing it, and then it got out? You know, it's just bad business all the way around. You
right,
know,
right.
man,
I
what's
guess for
behind
me,
that?
I guess for me, I can't see myself. I can't see myself entertaining that because we talking about my ex, and if it happened in the relationship, not saying she didn't tell
Right.
her, why my girl ain't. I mean, why I didn't tell my girl why, even if we arguing, hey man, your mom, unless I want to hit. That's
I
the
mean,
only thing. Unless I
back,
want to smash, I'm telling my girl, your mama in my DM.
hey, it's all over Pornhub, bro. They got it all over. It's the fantasy, the mother-in-law, all these fantasies, man. Warped, warped, man. I don't know. You
Mm.
said it's an ex, and that matters, but still, they're an ex for a reason. But just to do it, man,
So
I don't
moving
know if I
on.
blame the dude.
Moving on. I don't blame nobody. I just wanted to have a
You
little
know,
conversation about it. We're gonna
right?
move on to this next thing. Trey Songz and his allegations. So are you familiar with what Trey Songz is going through? First
I
foremost.
I did read what we're talking about.
Okay. So here's
You
the
know,
thing. Trey Songz back in 2015 was accused of sexual assault, right?
right,
He was accused of sexual assault. And the way that they described it was that he laid in the bed, they went to bed, she woke up to him giving her pleasure down there. He was eating her out, right?
right. Cunnilingus.
There we go. He gave her, she woke up to some head, right?
Right, right.
Not to be funny, but most women I know want to be woke up to some head.
I mean, yeah.
This is this is
Most
also
dudes I know, bro. Most dudes I know. I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
So I didn't understand why. Here's my first question to you. Why y'all in an entertainer's bed?
Man, hey,
Not
look,
not just any entertainer, Trey Songz.
bro. My first question was always, how did you end up in that situation? Situation what? In the bed. Did you get in the bed on your own volition? Okay, that's what I want to know. How'd you end up in that position? You stayed the night and you woke up to getting some head. That's customary in certain situations. You feel what I'm saying?
Right,
I
right, right, right.
I don't. How she get in that situation, bro? How she get in the bed?
Listen, bro.
And she's saying it's
Then
sexual assault.
the part where she said, I woke up to him giving me head is the charge. You went over there, y'all did what y'all did, went to sleep. Yes, you have a right to consent
Right.
and then not consent when you feel uncomfortable or you don't. How did you get to the point of sleeping in this man's bed if you was that
Okay.
uncomfortable? And what
And
did you think you
let's
was
make
going
that
through?
clear, like you said, bro. Yeah, no means no always, and you have the right to withdraw your consent. Absolutely. We're on board with that.
Uh,
Absolutely. Yeah.
but I have a couple questions. Where in there was it comfortable for you to go to bed in this person's house with him, with other girls, because it was more than just her in the bed. It was other
Right.
girls in the bed with him. And you woke up to head
Do you know whether they have been, drinking? I mean, I would suppose, but I don't want to presume,
I don't want.
alcohol, any of
Yeah.
that involved in the background of it?
Mm,
Do they say,
mm-mm.
right?
So the case is ongoing. It just dropped today that the girl dropped the details of why she's calling for sexual assault, and it's because she woke up the head. Basically, she woke up the head.
So she wasn't able to give consent.
I don't.
She
I don't
she
know how
didn't
they
give
gonna
nor
prove it.
not she didn't give or she didn't give it because she was asleep. So she's saying that the coffee was
I don't.
hot.
I
The
don't
coffee
want to
was hot
speak
and I
on
burned
behalf.
myself.
I don't want to speak on behalf of the defense or the guilty party or alleged party. I really would like to know how you end up in somebody's bed you don't want to be in.
Yeah.
I know if I go to Holly Berry crib, she does not want a cuddle buddy.
Hold on, naked, bro. Naked. How you end up naked in the bed?
I know I don't want to. I know why I'm over there. If she picked Jermaine
Right?
and she want me to sign some paperwork to shut the fuck up about me visiting. It's
Okay.
called NDA,
Uh,
a non-disclosure agreement. And
okay.
the fact that she got me signing that tell me we might be getting nasty in here tonight. We finna get dirtied in a dish rag.
Man, like anytime like the high profile individuals, and it could be anyone, but specifically especially like these high profile guys, right? That could have any woman, imaginably that you would think they can have a Trey Songz could have any woman, all of these guys could have any woman that they desire. So you think to yourself, why would they do that? You know what I'm saying? Why would they have to? So it sounds fishy all the way around. Um, and and that's unfortunate too because they are high profile and that is an automatic thought that when they do things, it is sometimes unbelievable. So, I just it's hard. I don't find that believable, bro. Initially, like,
We not
too many questions.
we not gonna
How do you justify any of it?
we not gonna act like he's guilty or she's right yet. I don't want to discuss
Mhm.
guilt. I wanted to ask, I really wanted to see how a woman ends up in a man's. How y'all keep getting over there if they assaulting y'all this much? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like, where did you
right,
go? What did you think was going? What did you think he wanted? I
right.
never get that part. Like, I can discern when a woman want to hunch on me.
Okay.
She
Well,
done
and
sent me,
they make it known.
she done sent me, sir. Even if she lying, I've had women on my phone lying about why they wanted me to stop by.
Okay, come look at this.
But
Right.
it's after midnight and you had all day to reach out.
Okay.
You want me to stop by and watch a movie at 1:32 a.m.?
Right.
You telling a damn lie.
Okay.
So
I
if a
mean, but did they even say that? Hey, look, the 2024 woman, man, if she calling you at 1 o'clock, she telling you what the time it is. They ain't even, hey, the hell with romance anymore, bro. Even pretending like, hey, my antenna ain't working. You know, it, yeah, the 2024 woman is gonna tell you what time it is. Yeah,
okay, so
yeah.
now we got through
Okay.
we got through Mr. Trey Songz. I didn't understand that. I wanted to see how you felt about a woman saying, I woke up to head. And I'm
Man,
trying to figure out how you even get into bed to wake up in his house to wake up to head, right?
right.
Um, comments. Miss Wimberly, she said, but after you done fucked them already, see, I don't have that information. I wish I knew if they had hunch already, but it still doesn't speak to consent. Because you can fuck me 3 times and say no the fourth time, right? So it don't speak to consent. So for that, I don't have an answer. Um, Miss Montez, she said, I feel it's a new trend, just like everything else. Weird, but we're here. I get it. I get it. My dog, Mr. Mike, he said, you can come over my house past 12. I am answering the door butt bald
Mm,
naked. He gonna
okay.
get right to it.
Just in case you're confused why you're here.
Just in case you confused, I'm swinging,
Okay.
dangling, and we gonna
Okay.
get right to it.
Let there be no confusion.
Uh, Mr. Howell, he said, I think we done all woke a woman up, woke a woman or two up with some head. That's how it all starts. Uh,
I was waiting for you to say like, and he did something wrong. I was,
well,
I'm
allegedly,
still
what was wrong?
waiting for like, okay, what did he do wrong?
Allegedly, what was wrong is that she said she was sexually assaulted. Because who you trying to wake up to some head? I don't want no head. I don't want no head. Miss Carter, I told you, pop in when you ready. You
She'll
know
get,
what?
hey, look, hey, she will get something for that because it's true. She didn't give consent, and you can't argue the truth. Like in court, it either you did or you didn't. It's black and white, and so she'll get something for that, bro.
Okay,
She
so
she
Mr.
can.
White, Mr. George, he say, bro, I wait till they say you want this kitty or not.
Uh,
We're in the state of the culture where they literally got to force it on us because of how easy it is to trample us in court. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Especially if you're a man of wealth or riches. They know you rather settle than to ruin the name of your businesses.
Right. If you can avoid it, okay. Hey, look, the person who, on a scale of, who's who, much rather not go through the court proceedings and all of that if they can avoid it. Right. So, like you said, man, imagine somebody on that scale,
Yeah.
okay, to
Now
avoid scandal.
I like what Miss Bodine is saying. She says, and blessings to everybody stepping in here. Miss Jackie said there just isn't any self accountability in this world. Blame it on substance, circumstances, and anything but self. I think all humans are guilty of this in some certain areas of their life. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But this in this case, I don't want to be certain that the lady is wrong, and I'm not tiptoeing. I'm calling bullshit a mile away. That's my personal opinion and only an opinion. But if this lady happens to be telling the truth, I apologize in advance because we weren't there. We don't know. That's why I won't call him guilty and I won't say she's such a liar. I'm saying the way it reads, it sounds like bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It, it,
Right.
it just, I just never been in a place where I'm laying in the bed with a lady naked, and all of a sudden it turns to "You shouldn't have touched me."
Let me ask you this.
I
So,
just don't know how we
in
can jump to that.
in in is there such thing as implied consent? We, like you said, we had sex last night.
Sexually, no,
You know, we had sex
not
last night. What would put me under the impression
not
that
my.
when I wake
Hold
up
on.
in the morning,
Let me tell you the only place
is that a
implied.
defense? Is that a
Let me
defense?
let me tell you two places implied consent works with the police against you.
That right?
Implied consent, they gonna search your car or your house or something. And implied consent, you look like they had a reason to believe you were under some type of influence or somebody was being harmed in your residence. Implied consent ain't for the general public, I don't believe. Because I've only
Like
heard it
video and in public, like you don't have it, it's an implied consent because you don't have what they call reasonable expectation for privacy in
well,
public video. So and like you said, to the law, when it comes to the law, like they can take you to the hospital and withdraw blood because on your license it's called implied consent under that law. If you refuse, that's like a felony. They can charge you with a felony because of that, because of the
yeah,
implied consent. That's
they got
crazy.
all kind of rules to govern us until it's
Right.
time to govern one of their own. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just a leave of absence until we transfer them to kill the news.
How can we reword this policy, this
Yeah.
law, this
So
whatever, right?
Mr. Mike says, sorry to say Trey Songz' head must be whack. Because if it was me, she would have made me some breakfast. He just said, baby, this mouth ain't to be played with or snitched on. He
Okay.
said he's gonna eat you till your next appetite don't work no more. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's funny you say that because is that what she's saying? Is she saying it was so bad? She's like, oh man, it's so bad. I gotta get something for this.
Well, what do we know? What do we know about a bitter or a spiteful person?
Mm,
Just because they can't get their desired outcome, I'll do and say anything to destroy you.
yeah, know very well about that.
So if we are dealing with a woman that didn't get her desired outcome, and it doesn't have to be sexually, maybe she didn't like the fact the other two girls was getting more attention. Maybe he didn't call her back.
Huh?
You see what I'm saying? Maybe he
Right.
talked to her like she didn't want to be talked to. And she said, I know a way that I can win for sure. Because you love your image and your career. Who knows? Who knows?
Right.
This is all speculation. I don't know nothing about that actual case or what's going on, but I do know something right here don't seem right with these allegations. You know what I'm saying? So Mr. Hall said, I surely don't initiate anymore. I used to, but now a woman be confused if I even want her or not because I no longer put any pressure on it. You got to throw it on me these days. I dig it. It's
Hey,
literally confusing to
you got
know
to hey, you got to hit me with like a brick. Are you
some
sure?
women,
Are you positive?
but some women send mixed signals on purpose.
Oh,
They want
absolutely.
they want to see if they can catch you not thinking. So you got to be cognizant of that. Hence the reason I, on another live, told people talk to people a little bit longer these days, man. Hunching on the first night ain't it, because you
Hey,
don't know who the fuck you dealing with. Even after a year, you still sometimes don't know who you. Haven't we heard the stories of people saying they was married to somebody they didn't know
come
after
on,
15,
man.
after 15 years? And
Right,
it's not because they grew, it's because they was able to hide certain shit. You know what I'm saying?
right, right.
So you telling
Yeah,
me you met and had sex with somebody in the first couple of months, and now you screaming, "Oh my God, it's a monster!" What did
right,
you know about him? What were the signs? What did you miss? What did you
right.
skip?
Well, see,
Uh,
and that's we talk about that privately when it comes to like my idea of trust. So I don't have that chip on my shoulder or anything. My concept is that I trust everybody. I'm not a fool. It's what do I trust you to do, man? And watching your behaviors, not only how you treat me, but how you treat others. And just being observant of that. Like you said, you don't learn somebody overnight, and you don't learn just how they treat you. you know, a lot of the times you learn by the ones they say they love. Like, when you first meet them, find out who they say their friends are and how do they treat them. Because they're gonna treat you just like that. And so I I think, to the point of we have skipped over that. Now, of course, we sound old and all of that when we talk about,
oh,
waiting, you
oh,
know, and old fashioned.
hold on. We don't sound old because hunting been going on way before these new kids got here. On the
Okay,
first night
but
or on the 365th day.
hunching, but see what we talking about is like you said, but waiting. Not the first night. Okay, making it past that. Making it past the conversation because we got a lot of kids out here that are the byproduct of didn't make it past the first night of getting to know this person.
Mm,
Okay, and you know whether people want to admit that or not, that's a high percentage. Okay, of kids out here who are growing up in households where that's what happened. And so, I mean, I think we've all done the one night stand, but it is, it's ideal to get to know someone. Uh, but we got the microwave society now. The microwave. We want what we want right now. I want romance. I want this. I want that. And that I think that's a poison. That right now, not willing to wait. Um, but like I said, we sound old fashioned when we talk about that because now we know it. The old heads, we don't have to turn it into something religious. Why should you wait before you do this, or why should you wait? We weren't told that. We were hit over the head. Hey, you shouldn't do it because of this. You know. Well, the reality is those of us who have been through some things when it comes to sex and relationships and shit, we know why we should wait or should have waited. Um, and a lot of times we're on the too bad we're on this end of it.
Yeah, yeah.
We're on this end of knowing. But we tell the young people, we try to tell them as best we can. We didn't listen. Our parents didn't listen. You know, but we tell them, do your part and tell them.
Okay, so check this out. A couple of comments. Miss Jackie says you don't end up in beds without some accountability. I agree with that. You know,
Absolutely.
Mr. Mike, he says, I promise it was some kind of drugs and alcohol in the mix. We don't know. We don't know. We weren't there. I dare not speculate that. But normally it's a party. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
He also says I play dumb and slow nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Miss Jackie, she said you don't know someone till you find out how they treat you when you are going through some things. The rest is a representative of the person. I believe in layers. I believe in layers. I understand that certain times don't call for certain things. I believe that certain situations will bring a different side of me out that you may have never seen. I always like to date, much like the Bible told me to date, the four seasons. That's all four seasons of the person. Do you know the four seasons of this person? That's every change they can possibly go to when they get angry, sad, low, all the way high. Do you
Yeah.
understand their mental state? Do you understand what triggers them? Do you understand what their sex drive is? Because you may not be able to handle that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Are you equipped to handle how much they like to talk? Jermaine run his mouth. Are you a listener? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Can Jermaine shut up long enough for you to say something? You know what I'm saying? We don't know these things unless you spend time with these individuals. And how much time do you got? How much time do you got? Because sometimes you don't belong with something because y'all on different timing.
Right.
You may be in a phase of your life where I don't have time. What you're going through is not bad. I'm not saying it's trash and you're a trash person for it. It's just not my timing to be
Right.
dealing with that.
Look,
So it
somebody, I don't know who it was that said it, man, but like sometimes we're right, in a relationship, we're right with each other and everything. We just not right now. Um, and that in itself is, just a good thing and a good way to look at it. When you have situations, you got to be able to appreciate when somebody's at a different place, you know, like communicating. If I'm dating, I'm dating with intention at this point and with purpose. I'm not just trying to date this one, that one. I don't understand the idea behind, because I never was good at it anyway. Is seeing this one, this one, this one, and so yeah, man. It being focused and single-minded with all of that is going to be important, I guess, going forward for people who want to have relationships, and do everything with intent. Because if you do, I think if you do things with intention, uh, it works out for the best. For you, just doing that
uh,
stuff willy nilly, dating, going to work, your route to work.
Broadway,
You think about it,
Broadway Bobby say we ain't good, good, but we still good.
okay? Okay, we not good, right?
All right. So if my dog Miss Carter ever steps in here, I know she on the road right now. If she steps in here, we're gonna let her touch on whatever subject she wants to touch on that we skipped over. We'll go back for her.
Reread,
How,
Riri need to get on in here, man.
well, now she on the road right now, so we can't
Right,
rush. Be safe out there. There's some
this is
conditions
true.
on the roads out here that ain't so favorable. So please be safe
Oh,
on
and
that.
she is out there in the mountains too, ain't she?
Yeah, 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 for sure. So Young Buck spoke on 50 Cent. His and 50 Cent's misunderstandings, right? Uh
That's what he's
Our
calling them,
beloved, our beloved Tennessee artist. You know what I'm saying? Whether you like him or not, he's talented and he go hard.
right?
And he go hard. Now uh Miss Carter said she coming in now. Never mind. She said she coming in now. I thought she was still on the road. But well, damn, I don't want to get to Young Buck if we're gonna go back
All right,
and
we can hold on. I want to hear what she got to say about Young Buck.
if not about Young Buck, more so about the previous topics because I feel like
Man,
she
yeah,
had I don't know
yeah,
which one she want to speak on, but whether it's Black China's Mama or Trey Songz, I would like to know what the young lady thinks about both
yeah.
because
You know
you
she
know,
gonna shoot straight.
yeah, she gonna shoot it straight to us,
She
no
gonna shoot
chaser.
it
You know
straight.
what I'm saying?
No chaser.
So
Riri.
I had a question for you in the meantime while we wait, man. What do you think the longest? Because I get this in so many versions. I get this in so many versions. Oh, there go my dog.
I'm trying
She's
to.
here. Look at her. Didn't I say
Yeah, Riri. Hold on, let
What's
me put my
up?
glasses on.
Hold on, I'm
didn't I
getting
say have
myself.
some light? Didn't I say have some light in there?
I'm in the car. I had to pull over to let my kid drive just so I can even get on here. Hold on. Well, let's see what other lights I can get on in here. Hold on. Oh,
See,
ain't no light in there
why you couldn't just wait till you got to the house? Like
because I got 20 minutes. I don't know how long you're gonna be on.
I'ma be on. You can wait the 20 minutes. We
Okay,
gonna
bye.
do. Hey, look, do you? I did have a quick question for you
Okay,
before you go. Do you want to speak on the previous
I
topics?
do. I do.
Okay. So when you come back in, we'll roll it back for you.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
I'll
what's
see
up.
y'all in 17 minutes.
All right, that's cool.
Bye.
Now that we see you first.
so listen, bro. I had a quick question for you because in different circles of men, I hear different things. Um, what do you think is too long for a man to propose when dealing with a woman? Too long now. Think about that question.
Too long to have proposed
Yeah,
and hasn't.
correct. He's still with her. He ain't proposed. The
Man,
relationship is fruitful. What do you think is a round and about good time for a man to be like, dog, you should know by now. What you doing?
three
Because
years, three
wait,
years,
wait,
three years.
before you give me the 3 years, I want you to consider this. We ain't in no rush. Both of them know we ain't going nowhere. But what do we know about men? I want you to speak about the aspects that could bring you to this point of knowing. And then tell me what that time frame, why that time frame is justifiable. You see what I'm saying? Because
Right.
the responsibility is on us to propose. So what makes 3 years justifiable?
I think 3 years is enough time to know what direction things are heading. Um, time enough. Sometimes people know before that. Um, I think in minimum in 3 years. You mentioned earlier about seeing people through their season. Um, well, people go through cycles. A lot of the times you'll see them, around the holidays, like let's just say Christmas, is a tough time for them year after year after year because of some, tragedy or whatever. And so you learn about that. And so it takes probably, at least if you're paying attention, minimum 3 years to see the consistency, and know whether that person is working on any issues that they may have. And I think at 3 years is a good round number to know what you're gonna do, um, or which way the relationship is heading. Um, I mean, I have been in. Thank you. I've been in a relationship for 10 years and never asked her to marry me.
Mhm.
Um, I got comfortable, um, and a lot of people would say marriage isn't important. It's just a piece of paper and all of that. But I'm here to tell you that it ain't. Okay, when you don't have that piece of paper, and something happens to your loved one, and you rely on the good faith of maybe other family members that hopefully you have a relationship with, that they'll do right. And so, you know, there's a lot to consider when it comes to that.
Yeah,
And so you shouldn't be playing. 3 years is enough time. Am I going to pursue this or am I not? You
right.
know,
So,
I I think that's reasonable.
so if a woman for me, if a woman tells you 6 months in, I'm ready. You still waiting that 3 years?
I would, I wouldn't hold
Because
hard and fast to, but
because they put that pressure on us,
right.
and it don't
Well, this
feel
is the
like.
thing, bro. I'm
But hold on,
46 and never been married, bro.
it
Pressure.
it, it don't feel like pressure to them when they say it because they love you. They
I
moving
got
on
you.
emotion.
Yeah.
We're the leaders. We have to think strategically. Sometimes we have to think for them, right? And naturally, there is no set time, like everybody's saying in the comments, for
Right.
each relationship. It varies from household to household. I get it. Some people get married in a week and last 50 years. Some people get married in 10 years and don't last 30 days, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We know that. My thing is here, I asked you about your personal opinion and how you would handle it for that reason. This doesn't mean it goes for everybody.
Right.
I'm
No, absolute.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, absolute. So, like Broadway said, it's a case by case basis, and we understand that. But to just answer it case by case on here, how entertaining are we being? We're saying, yeah, it's case by cases. Next question. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Right. No
Give me
number. No
right,
number.
no number or nothing. Right. So Melody says, who's to set the time limit on proposal? Every situation, circumstance is different, like we said.
I think the couple is. That's who the couple.
Miss Carter says there's no set time frame. I think once you know about the person, their family, background, beliefs, some people open up immediately. Others are like onions. Layers have to be peeled. I
Yeah.
agree with that the whole time. You should be peeling them layers when you meet them. You should have a plan about what you plan on doing with this person when you meet them. Naturally, for men, unfortunately, women don't get this. We're visual creatures. The first plan we got is how do them panties come off,
Sure.
right? But a
Okay.
man that actually cares about you looks further than the panties because he knows more.
Okay.
He now understands more about engaging in relationships, and he's now in tune with how much he has to bring to the table in order to get from that same table. She's not going to feed me if I've never fed her. You
Right.
understand?
Right.
So you have to have a plan when engaging these relationships. So I don't believe that it should be taboo for a man to see you and want to touch you and want to have sex with you. No woman on this internet will get me to say I wasn't sexually attracted to every woman I was in a relationship with. It started there for me.
And
It
that's the thing. The initial thing is, I mean, even with women, I see you. Okay, we're
yeah,
attracted. We're attracted to what we're attracted to. Now, it may be, it may be a hairstyle. It may be the way somebody talk, but there is a attraction, and it's
mm.
it, we can't deny that. That's human
well,
nature. That animal instinct.
for
Okay.
men, it's visual. For women, it's emotional. Right? They're looking to attach to something, and they're attached by what you say, what they hear.
I think that's the second level of it. I think
If
that's the second level of it for women. Yeah.
What's the first level that you think
Well,
of?
the same as with men. Oh, I wonder what that would be like.
That's occasional for women. That's occasional because we've seen the women that you like. How the fuck did he get her? Well, it was his personality, and I'm standing here telling you, I've met the 6'4" women in heels, and
Yeah.
we both know I'm 5'3".
Right.
That
Right.
changed that no quickly into a yes after the conversation. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? A
Right.
lot of men, can we agree, don't know how to talk to women. What do
Hey,
women post memes about and complain about in their inbox the most? What
well,
he said.
Well, and this is the thing too, though, man. Like, see, this is what I run into. Is you and I both know I don't have a problem conversing, okay, about anything. I talk about anything, man. Grass growing. But the thing is I don't want to have to carry a conversation. I like to be stimulated. I like to think. Um, I like a back and forth. I find that a lot of times, carrying the conversation, a woman wants to be stimulated. Great. Okay. But then it goes into leadership. We talk about, are you able to listen?
But that's past the initial meet and greet. You
But
only
for
start to find those things out after the initial meet and greet. So if we're talking about the initial meet and greet,
a lot
it
of
is
times you can
more
find that
so,
out initially.
it's more so, well, you get the inkling, because I could
Right.
pretend to be whoever I want to be in that first 2 hours, right?
Uh,
You don't have to see something else,
Meet my
right?
representative. Right. Of course, we all know that you meet my representative.
I'm
Right.
just saying, I could have a great personality, but I ain't got no home to live in, and I ain't got no
Okay.
car outside to take you home in. But I
Right.
just told you all that shit in here because I know I got a hotel room I can go to.
Okay.
You
Well,
see what I'm saying?
disclosure. Hey, disclosure is better than discovery any day.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
So Mr. Mike say, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? Yeah, that's only on the red light district. Um, More so nowadays, it's easier. It's easier to pay for it than it is to work for it. So, are
And
you
you
working
know
hard?
what's up to that's never been my thing. I'd much rather you want to do it with me than me want to do it with you.
Fix your camera, man. It dropped
Did
down
it
too
drop?
much. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's always been my thing, bro. Now here's the flip side. Remember we talked about we don't want the women who want us, who like us. We always go after the ones you know, who are unattainable or we gotta chase, but the ones that are standing right there, been with us, as friends or just around, what is that? What is that in us? You
Mm.
know, what is that in us?
So Mr. House says it goes both ways. To some men, it's emotional too. That's how
Yeah.
men end up with ugly wives. Huh? So let me tell you something about ugly. That's subjective. That's subjective.
Man,
Uh, the woman that you may desire absolutely may not ever be the woman I desire by eyesight, right? Like, why did you pick her? But I understand that it's certain things I won't accept in a relationship. You finna be huge. That's just not something that's gonna keep me uh sexually inclined with you, right?
right?
I'm not I'm not gonna be sexually inclined to have that. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be messy and loud in public and want to hash out all our differences as a family in public. I'm not attracted to that. I can't deal with a woman like that. You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
No matter how pretty you are, your personality, yeah,
Yeah. Whatever you look like, those are things that I can't deal with. So I say
right,
ugly is subjective because it's in the eye of the beholder for sure, but also ugly is not just aesthetically, and it's
right.
also not an exterior thing. Who
Pretty
are
is,
you?
pretty does, bro. Pretty is,
Who,
pretty does.
who are you as a human being? What's
Okay.
up, dog? My dog LeVar in the building. Blessings, bro. Um, I don't look at beauty anymore from the exterior only. Yeah, I want an exterior beauty to be there. I want something to attract me, absolutely.
Pleasing on the eyes. Yeah, absolutely.
But if that's all you got, we're done here. You an airhead and don't have no ambitions. You don't want nothing for your life or yourself.
Yeah,
I'm out of here.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm out of here.
Well,
Let me
and that,
see.
that speaks to, but this is the thing though, okay? So everybody, I hear, well, this is what I hear, okay? And I've heard it from women and men. We go through phases, and it's true. We're not a child anymore. This is true. We do go through phases, but at what point, do you realize, that those empty relationships, and at what point, like for you, at what point did you say, you know what? I'm going to be focused, and I'm going to attract what it is that I want. Because we've talked about how do we keep attracting broken individuals, you
Mhm.
know, um, and so for someone who does that, you have to look at like, okay, what is it about me that is attracting these individuals? That makes, and that's anything, whether she be beautiful, like you said, personality. If I can't deal with you privately, okay, if I can't deal with you privately, why? Like I said, but it takes seeing people through their seasons, bro. And that don't happen overnight. 6 months. I do think you start to see, you can see it faster than that, but 6 months is a little bit early. Somebody had said earlier about 6 months, you start,
I did. I
but
said that.
you know, you can start to see tendencies. Men, we're simple. We're creatures of consist. We are consistent. We go to work, come home within a 45 minute. That's how women know. We're doing something we ain't supposed to do. We like routine, okay? And women don't. They everything they do is random. It seems. And so those are the differences. I don't know, man. I don't know how we fix that though,
So
other
check
than
this.
being honest about it.
You don't fix that. You deal how you deal, and you take it one day at a time.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So Mr. Mike, he says women are driven by emotion, men are driven by logic. That's a whole nother show. I wish I could touch on that, but I got a show for you coming soon based off that with a subject matter expert so that you don't just get my opinions. So I don't really want to touch that just yet. Um, Miss Melody, she said, I wonder to myself every time I'm attracted to someone what that would be like. Hey, listen, I'm not saying it's mutual. I'm not saying that you are rare, but I am saying the majority of women want to know more. Just because I'm attracted to you don't mean I want to. I don't think about what I'm attaching myself to. I'm not even saying women don't look at dudes and say he can get it. They might say he can get it, but he gonna have to do something to prove he deserve it. Most times, even the most women that don't even deserve to be worked for put men through hoops to get it. How many times have you heard of
It's
men
true. It's true.
making women work for the sex?
Well, and this is the thing, we say it all the time as if, women can give it away, they can sell it, you know, and it don't matter as long as they got one. Okay.
Yeah.
And, and they say it's the oldest, profession in the world and all of that. So do they have the power? Do they really have the power? Do they,
What
do they
in
have the power?
that area? Absolutely. Miss Montez, she says, I never think about the sexual until I find out how you think. Then I'm like, this person is a thinker. I know that thing good. Uh, you gonna find you gonna find that that's absolutely true because the moment you got the mind, the body gonna follow.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Mr. Derrick, he say, I don't know if I really like a woman until after I GTD. I don't know what the fuck GTD is, and if you trolling, what the fuck is GTD? You
Get
gonna
the Get the did get the I don't know what that is. I don't know what the D is.
until after I give the dick? I don't know what the fuck that is, so we're gonna move on. You have to tell us what GTD is, bro.
Right?
Miss Steph, she said people know immediately how they want to deal with the person. It may change in time, but there is an immediate category you are put into, in my opinion. Your opinion is accurate 80 something percent.
Yeah.
I'd say a good 85 to 89%. Because some people, if we started out, let's just say, per se, I met a woman, Jason, and I'm talking to you, and I want you to respond to this. If I met the girl next door to you right now, right? And you tell me, bro, she sell it. She ain't in the relationships, right?
Right?
And I go pay for it. We do our due. It's been 3 months. I find out this chick is actually dope. Above what she does to get by or earn money, I really like her. And you have, well, I ain't gonna get to what you would advise me, but I just keep coming back for these 3 months, consistently telling you, bro, this chick is dope as fuck. I like being around her. Only thing in your mind is you paying for it though. She's supposed to be like that. But I'm actually telling you, she done skipped a few times. I ain't even have to pay
You're like,
Wednesday.
no, she likes this. It's not about the money anymore with her or not. That's what you're saying.
That's what I'm trying to make you believe, right?
Okay.
So now after she decides one day to stop answering my calls, but you see the customers still coming. They still coming. I'm just the one she cut off.
Right.
Do you believe, in your opinion, that she categorized me as a customer above the genuine vibe? Or B, I, plot twist, cut it off because I was in love? Are both of those things possible?
I think based upon the scenario you just painted, um, she cut it off because probably she was catching feelings too. Because you said that she gave you a couple freebies. You know what I'm saying? So who does that? Who's in business? Okay. And I can't see it for
So
marketing.
are you
So
saying it's impossible that I'm in love?
no, you may very well be in love because at the end of the day, when you go to her, you getting what you pay for. And ain't that what you always want? Whether you pay outright. Okay, I've always said this. I have never ever in my life just outright, here's the money, let me have the sex. I've never been a John or any of that. Now, have I paid for dinner? Have I paid for dates? Have I done these things court? Absolutely. I've spent money that way. But to just outright give the money over, bro. No, man, because once you do that, you're a client. I've known some hoes, bro.
I'm
And once
not
you do
only a
that, you're a
client,
client and you'll never cross over.
but if
If
I've
they're
got a
really a
client,
hoe, if they're really working, you'll never
if
cross
I'm
over.
if I'm not only a client, I'm the player president.
Okay. Okay.
We have it. The verdict is in. GTD, just like Martin. I can't believe I forgot Martin. Get the draws,
Get
dog.
the oh, okay.
Oh man, I
No,
cannot believe
man.
it.
Okay, get the draws. Man.
Get the draws.
I
That's
don't know,
crazy.
man. That ain't even priority. Okay. At this
Get
point, and
get
it
the
has,
draws.
of course, because of demographic, but
Wait,
man,
wait. What ain't the priority?
getting the draws. You know what I'm saying? Just making decisions after that.
Getting the draws ain't the priority. What
No,
drives
man.
sex drives men? Let's be honest. That
Yeah,
if you
it
got
drives,
if,
but it's not sex. What
hold
does
on,
it drive us for?
hold on,
Companionship.
hold on, hold on, hold on. Sex drives men. So if that's all the way, if that's at the bottom of your list, are you saying this at the bottom of your list? I don't want to be wrong.
Yeah, it's not. Well, it's not at the bottom, but it's not the
What's
priority.
up, big Riri
Riri.
in the building?
Yes,
Finish your
ma'am.
finish your point. Then we gonna roll back to
Yeah,
Riri.
yeah. It's not the priority, man, because it's just not. Um, you know, you you can. I'm 46, bro. I've had plenty. I've had plenty. Okay, and I've had plenty that's been attached to knuckleheads. Okay, I found out later that she ain't got no sense in her head.
Turn it back
And so
sideways, Riri.
Hmm?
Turn it back sideways for me.
and so yeah, it's not the priority. Is it on the list? Absolutely, sure.
Yeah, I like
But
that.
you
Just
know,
amp it up a little bit.
but yeah, it's not the priority anymore.
I apologize, but I apologize. There it is.
There
We
she
there.
go.
I want to welcome y'all to my show.
What did it say? The Steph Carter
Card.
show? Oh
The
no,
stuff.
she came to take over.
Hey, hey,
Hey,
hey, hold on. Let me put my glasses on. Hold on, let me see that. I love it.
hey.
Well, you want to
I
welcome
love it.
y'all. Thanks for being here.
So check this out. I love it. I love it. So Miss Tanya, she said, I got to see how you handle different emotions and stress before I consider anything deep. I think all of us agree. We want to
Yeah.
see them up high. We want to see them low. We want to see if you're gonna lie when we start asking questions that put a little pressure
I
on
want to
you.
see. I want to see you like at your low. I want to see you at your low.
I don't want to see you at your low.
I
I
want to
want to
see
see
how
how you
you.
handle pressure. That's what I'm saying.
That's
When
what I'm
it's
saying.
pressure,
When you know when the odds are against you, I want to see how you respond to it.
Miss
If
Stephanie,
you do, if you respond.
Yes.
Steph, how you feel about that?
I kind of missed that when I was coming in and getting my studio set up, so I don't really.
Oh, we're just saying whether like the four seasons of a person when you meet them, would you rather just make a I ain't gonna say make a rash decision? Would you go off of your emotion of this the one, or would you rather see them under pressure, happy, mad, sad? Do you want to see them seasons, or
I
do you, or you just say I see it down the line, I'm finna go and commit?
I'm just the person that rushes into everything. So what makes sense to
Oh
me, see all
fuck.
those things, but I've always just been that impulsive person that rushes into everything, and then later it'd be like, I could have waited for that, you know. Uh, but
Damn,
yeah,
I didn't have to bump
it's
my
like
head.
hard when you're just a passionate person and you like, I'm ready to just give my all to this person. They make me feel so good, but it hasn't always ended well for me.
Well,
Mhm.
you said it though. Feel it feels good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just that atmosphere that people that people make.
Well, now because I know who Riri is, we're gonna go back right now, or she gonna lose her thoughts. Which one
No,
should I go back? Which one should I go back to? Black China or Trey Songz that stuck out to you? So Black China's mom was sending the nude pictures to the ex, and Trey Songz had the allegations
uh,
of
I
sexual
didn't.
assault because she says she woke up to him giving her head in 2015.
I didn't
So
hear anything like China, so we can go to Trey Songs.
Trey Songz. All
Yeah,
right. What do okay? So you said what about Black China? You
I
didn't hear
didn't.
it.
I
I
wasn't
can,
logged in for that.
I can give you the story. I was just asking which one you wanted to comment on
I want to talk
to
about the
accommodate.
Trey Songs incident. I don't have an exact incident, but I do. I have a story.
Okay. So here, let me tell you about Trey Songz's allegations first
Okay.
in full. So his allegations are from 2015. Her and they didn't specify how many other women, but other women were in his bed. She woke up to head and filed a sexual assault claim because she woke up to head, right?
Mm-hmm.
My stance was you went to bed with a superstar. What the fuck did you expect? You spent the night with somebody that famous that can get damn near anybody he want.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't think your body was what he called you over here for? Like you never discerned that maybe he want to fuck at some point or want some kind of sexual activity to go on. He also doesn't just have you in the bed. There are other naked women in the bed. This ain't a story playing
Okay.
out. You go, right? That was my stance. I do also want to put that disclaimer in there that I'm not saying he innocent, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying he's guilty. I'm just saying her story sound crazy because of the setup. I wouldn't put myself in a predicament to get shot if I know them niggas over there be shooting. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
If I know this girl want a hunch because girls have called me after midnight throwing hints. I'm in my boy shorts, feeling sexy tonight. What you doing?
Mm-hmm.
I know that she want to do something. So I'm not gonna go get naked and spend the night in this girl bed and complain about getting head in the morning.
I
But
You
mean,
see what I'm
we
saying?
don't know what they did before they went to bed.
They could have fucked all day and she could have
They
said, I don't want no head. That's why I said I'm not speaking to his innocence. I'm speaking to the position you put yourself in,
Uh,
the accountability part of it.
I'm ha-
How did you end up in this situation? Now, tell your story, then we'll get back to the
okay.
stance.
So it's a little different, but it's kind of the same as far as putting.
We dropping down. You keep talking. We can hear you. I don't want you
Mhm.
to hear us.
All right, it's putting myself in a situation or a position. Um, when I was in high school, um, I went to Northwest High School, and the people, I'm not going to say any names, people that I'm going to talk about, a lot of people know these people, and these people may remember, they may not. It was a group of older, these people were like a year older than me in school, and they were all talking about skipping school the next day. We're all going to meet up, skip, drink, whatever we were going to do. And this is something I had never told anybody up until this last week. And I actually just had this conversation in the car with my 17-year-old daughter on the way here. Oh, you're 18 now. My bad. I don't know how old my kids are. So I agreed to go. The plan was I'd walk to school. This certain guy was going to pick me up. So my mom didn't know. Anyway, I remember this day. I remember down to what I was wearing. The shoes that I had on, my feet were wet because it was raining so hard. And he pulled up beside me. I got in the car. We were all going to meet at the hotel. Like I said, drink, do whatever. I had no sexual attraction to this person, to anybody that was supposed to be there. Anyway, we get to the hotel. It's just me and this person. And immediately they got on top of me. And I said, no, I didn't want to do it. I even remember trying to hold down, I had a dress on, remember trying to hold down the sides of my dress. And I would say, no. This person completely ignored everything that I said. Now, it took me up until a few years ago to realize that I had actually been raped because I didn't fight. I just said, no, let it happen. But I put myself in that position, but I don't feel like I deserve that. And I feel like that's what you're implying when you say that what situations you put yourself in mean that you deserve the outcome. So that's all I got to say on that. I just don't think that because you make a bad decision and you put yourself in a situation that you deserve the outcome. You know,
I'm not. Your situation is much different.
but I put myself there.
No, no, no. Let me tell you why. One, you didn't end up in somebody's bed willingly naked, right?
True.
You weren't in a celebrity's bed.
But what does their status have to do with?
You know everything because why does everybody want to sleep with a celebrity versus
I'm
little
not
old? I'm
right or
saying
wrong.
if
What
I'm
you're saying is
standing next, name your favorite sexy celebrity. Just real quick. It could be
Oh,
a
Kevin Gates.
okay. If I'm standing next to Kevin Gates, who you gonna pick to go home with without us saying a word?
Oh,
You're gonna go home with Kevin Gates,
I'm
right?
not. I'm not because I think different. Although I think I don't want to know that I'm
Baby
just.
girl,
You know what I
listen to
mean?
what I listen to what I asked you. The question
No.
on the question on deck is, who do you want to go home with? And I walk on stage, then Kevin Gates walks on stage. Who you going home with? That's all that's on the table.
I think different though.
When I say go home with, I'm saying spend the evening with. Do you want to know more
I'll say
about
for the sake of this show, Kevin
for,
Gates.
forget the sake of the show? I mean, how you really feel. Let's take it off of you for a second. Forget you. Who do you think
Everybody,
most? Who do you think most women go home with?
they going home with their celebrity.
Why? Why? Because he has status. Correct.
Mm, true.
My point is, most women would go home with the celebrity. What I was saying is, by putting yourself in that position, let me clarify. I'm not talking about women that go on innocent dates or link ups that say we just getting to know each other. I'm not talking about them where the dude just hop on you and you had no clue that this was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm talking about a woman that decides to derobe on her own, get in the bed of said abuser, go to sleep and wake up to it Would you get naked in my bed and expect me to just discipline myself? Or is that a signal? Whenever you're ready. Because it
Oh,
don't have to be a signal, but
mhm.
let's just be
I mean,
honest.
common sense is common sense. It's not.
If you invited me over and I come over and I take off all my clothes and get in your bed, what do you think I want?
I mean, it might be hot. I'm just kidding. Common sense is common sense. I know what you're saying,
Miss
but
Carter, I'm asking you a serious question for
I
the
know I'm
one.
telling you. But you can say that all day long, but until someone
No,
can touch me, or
I'm
you can.
I'm not speaking to one. Your situation sounds like exactly what it was. You're a victim,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
He hopped on you with no indication that sex was involved, is what I heard.
Hmm.
I'm telling you, a man had multiple women naked in his bed, sleep, and he woke up and began to feast on. I said it sounds like bullshit. I didn't say it is bullshit because he could have woke up and did the most forceful shit and took it. Could have. All
Hmm.
speculation. We don't know the details. We weren't there. I'm just saying the allegations that they put out sound crazy because
That,
I'm thinking past the headline. And what do we know about headlines in these stupid ass blogs? They
yeah.
don't never tell us exactly what the fuck happened until it come out in the court, right?
Right.
But as we can read it today, she says she was in the bed with multiple girls naked, sleep, and woke up the head. What are you thinking, Miss Carter? Is that the same as your situation?
No, no, it's not. I was just touching on the part where you said, "What do you expect when you put yourself in that situation?" It is two different things. Um, but a lot of people, they know they can get paid. Celebrities are going to pay them off. There might be no truth to it.
Hey, Riri, I want you hit on something though, that needs to be really discussed because what you said is important. What you hear, what you hear sometimes when men say, "Well, what was she?" When the question is, "Well, what was she wearing?" or "What was she, doing?" Why was she there? That what is heard is like what you said. You deserve that
Mm-hmm.
the outcome, whatever happened and to that um I don't know how to not to say, hey, it's not, I'm not saying that, I don't know how men can say we're not saying that enough ways, because there is no way a rational individual, okay, would say a person deserves, I don't care what she was wearing, I don't care what she was doing, when if she says no, we can agree on that. It's hard to have the conversation though when we say, this woman was wearing a short skirt with no panties on at the nightclub and she was doing this and doing that and something happened. We're not saying she deserved that happened, but there's something called cognitive thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And as adults, we have to, as a man, I know if I put on certain things that it may attract certain attention. I'm aware of it. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to wear, gang colors in opposing gang territory. You get
Right.
what I'm saying? So I have to be aware. That's environmentally aware. But to have the conversation about saying, I would say to a woman, hey, you know, I prefer you to be modest, to dress modest. Because if you don't, even if you do, you're still gonna get maybe cat calls. It's
Mm-hmm.
no guarantee that you're gonna be respected. But do you as a woman not agree that someone dressing in a certain profile, having dressing in a certain profile, there comes certain attention with that, wanted and unwanted. And the worst end of it is the unwanted. And for a man to say, babe, I don't want you wearing that, it's not because I want to control you. It's because I know that other males, I can't be there to protect you. You know what I'm saying? I can't be there if you want to wear that. I can't be there to protect you.
Mhm.
Because if something happened, the worst thing in my mind is these animals out here. And so
You
it's difficult for men to have that because it sounds like control.
you know
Sounds
what's
like,
bad? That is women are told not to dress a certain way to not attract certain attention, but boys are not being taught to not give that attention
there
in
it
some
is.
way.
There it is.
Just like
Yeah.
school, girls can't wear tank tops because it distracts the boys. Well, the boys need to be taught that that's not
Okay.
okay. So as
Hey,
far as dressing, dressing a certain way, yeah, it's you get whatever attention you get, but it doesn't mean that because I put on a sexy dress that I want everybody to get in it. You know what I mean?
right.
But
Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah, that attention's gonna come.
I just wanted it to put it out there that because it's a difficult conversation to have sometimes when we say, when it coming from a man's perspective and asking certain questions like, okay, we hear the end result is something happened to this young lady. She's making a claim. But
Mhm.
the first thing we ask, is like, okay, how did you end up in his bed? Is
Yeah.
that wrong? Is that wrong of us to say that? Okay, how'd you end up in this position? Not that it's your fault or, let's just look at that. And a lot of the times it just gets, and I know your intent wasn't to, say that we are saying, hey, it's your fault. I know that wasn't your intent, but that is what it gets heard a lot of the times when we start asking those questions. How
Nah,
was
hell
she
no.
dressed?
Hell
You know,
no. She meant that shit. She wanted
no, I'm
me
just
to.
saying us. I'm
I'm,
saying as
I'm,
individuals,
I'm fucking. I'm fucking with
It
you.
could be a
We in
money
that bed.
grab though. It sounds like a money grab to me, and I
you
Might
know,
be. Um,
y'all remember Tyson, right? The girl went up, the beauty pageant went to his room
hold
at
on,
two
hold
o'clock
on.
in the morning
Yeah, yeah, we've heard it a million times.
to talk.
I want to reread to comment on. So we got the Trey Songz thing is out of the way. Um, Black China's mom,
oh
she
yeah.
sent nudes to his ex, grandstanding that she had a better body and better kitty than her daughter. But when they posted the screenshots, and we can't even trust text messages no more, right?
Right.
But the text messages from the boyfriend was, listen, nobody is at war with you. I know you and your daughter hate each other right now, but we would like to pray for you. Like, let's get on the phone and talk about this. She sent coochie pictures, bent over, the nice picture, the spicy shit. It was like my shit better than hers. I
That's
would now my question to you is, as a girlfriend, would you want your ex while in the, because it seemed like from reading the text they were still together, right?
mm,
Would you want your dude, even if y'all in the worst times in your relationship, to tell you this is what your mom doing? Like,
that's
what have
crazy.
you committed to? I ain't talking to this motherfucker because we ain't seeing eye to eye. If he kept it to himself because he knows shit's already bad, is he a good guy for saying, "Look what your mama doing"?
Yeah, he
And
should have.
you already know you and mama ain't getting along, and he decides they going through enough. I just don't even want to tell her about it.
No, he got to tell that.
He need to tell you that.
That shows the character of a person on either side. Like that's insane that would even that this is even a topic that is crazy that would even happen.
Yeah, that happened.
That's
That
Steph, I
happened.
wild.
said it's common. I said it's common.
It is
That's
like there's a
common.
lot of mom daughter like jealousy. Like a lot of mothers and daughters are friends now versus having that
Okay.
relationship. They compete with each other and they're friends. Like
All
I'm
right.
friendly. I'm friendly to my kids, but I'm their parent, and that's just a line you don't cross.
All right. So I got y'all comments on all of that. We're gonna move forward so we can progress the conversation. Young Buck, we all know from the state, from the city, the beloved
Ashby.
star that we had, Cashville, Nashville. Uh,
Tennessee.
he put out a statement discussing how he feels about him and 50 Cent's misunderstandings. Uh, so I'm gonna drop y'all down and put this video up, and we're gonna see what y'all think about what he had to say. Now, mind you, this beef, y'all, I think y'all both know how long this has been going on.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this is what he feels like about this misunderstanding, because he said it's not beef, it's misunderstanding.
And this is current.
Right. This is today. This
Gotcha.
interview from this week.
Actually want to see me not feed my children and stuff like that. I never had. I just don't know what 50's his own, person and stuff like that. But I would never wish death or want to not see him be able to feed his family. Yeah, we had our misunderstandings. I don't even call them beefs and stuff like that. But yeah, we had our misunderstandings. But to do some of the things that he's done and attempt to try to discredit my name, discredit me as a person, to damage my character out here, and put out all this false narratives of different things in regards to certain craziness that I've went through. It's just like, you rich, my man, you still doing your thing. I love your TV show Power. You know what I mean? Why are you doing this to me? You know what I mean? Like, bro, we was once brothers. I've always looked at you as big bro. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I made mistakes too, but I've never did anything to try to take food out of your mouth or stop you from eating. So it's just like, see how aggressive he is towards me. It makes me feel like, damn, is you trying to ja rule me too? You think like?
Sound like it. He got Ja Rule up out of there.
Well,
No,
man.
he didn't. Ja Rule is very successful, even still right now, touring, residency
Okay.
in
what new album Ja Rule dropped?
No, it's not about a new album. Can you keep touring? Because you make the money off the touring, not the albums.
Okay. Would
20
I be without you?
25 years later, he's got a well-known show bringing all the favorite artists on
Okay,
it.
right.
And I know that you wouldn't know that if you don't follow it, but let me
Hey, well, just because he's not the headliner?
Stop. He is the headliner. He's the one
He
running the
is?
show. Yeah.
Okay.
So I want to stay here though, right here with what you just heard from Buck. We know the misunderstandings with Buck. We know that him and 50 Cent had the differences. We know that he did the diss tracks, all of that stuff, start hanging out with who 50 thought was an enemy when he was on the label. We know those things. That's out there. That's public information. What do we think about his plea now to stop holding him back from committing to what he loves?
I think that 50 Cent is somebody who always speaks on gatekeepers, and I feel like with certain people, he's that gatekeeper as well. And we can be like, it's enough time, let it go, let the beef go. But we don't really know behind the scenes how deep that beef went, for real.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't know if it was a case where you broke a trust, not just like you dealt with somebody that was my enemy. You really don't know. You don't know.
Hey, look, he's not 50 Cent is not taking nothing out of Buck's mouth. He ain't taking nothing out. He's just not putting anything in. Okay. Look at 50's look at 50's MO. Look at his MO.
That's not true.
No.
He's under contract. So whatever move he make, 50 Cent can shelf and it not make any money.
Okay.
That's what he means by
with distribution. Right. He controls the distribution. Cox. Right. Now this is the thing though. Okay, he's just not putting it in because he can do the mixtapes. Buck can do the mixtapes. Okay, he can do all of that. if he's under a contractual obligation to produce something for 50, but at the end of the day, Buck has been doing solo long enough, man, that I just say 50 stop feeding him. Okay. 50 stop feeding him. At this point, why you keep asking 50 this shit? Look at 50's MO. Look at what he did to the people that close to him that he feels, did something that they shouldn't have done. All of them, everybody. Look how he treats Yayo. Look how he treats Yayo, and Yayo loves him.
I got a question.
But he treats him like a brother.
I got a question for both of y'all. The reason I played that and I brought it up is because, yes, everybody's going to point out 50 stopping his livelihood. We don't know how deep the beef was. We don't have the intricate details to speak to how deep the beef was. But if you wrong somebody, do we get to dictate how they retaliate?
Thank you.
And for how long?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. That's right.
I'm asking both of y'all. I need both of y'all.
No, hey.
Miss Riri first.
We shouldn't be able to, but they can and they do.
No, I'm saying, should we even listen to the people that try to dictate how long the beef lasts and how far up it is? Because when it's up now, right?
Should we listen to the people? You mean
should we even
listen to his plea? Should we listen to his plea?
The plea. If
Doesn't
we
matter.
don't know how far up the beef was, I don't get to stab you in the back or do something to Riri and then dictate how you respond or for how long you respond.
Absolutely not. Right. Absolutely.
I'm asking, do you agree with that point of view?
I think that everybody should have a chance to redeem themselves, or at least not be attached to that person. He should be able to go off. He should release them, I guess, if that's the word. Just release them. But I mean, like I said, we don't know. But in my opinion,
literally and figuratively too, because it sounds like Buck is having an emotional breakdown about this. Every time we hear him talking about this, he is emotional about this. And I'm not making fun of it. I'm just pointing out the fact that he feels a certain kind of way about it. Now, still, bro, you did what you did. And again, I just point out, man, look at 50 Cent's, man, look at his behavior. He's consistent. If he ain't nothing, he's consistent.
He's a troll.
Here's my thing. Everybody heard of the accusations of the tranny, things of that nature, right? We're not lost on that. What I'm also not lost on is 50 said he don't fuck with that on no level, right?
Okay.
And he made a mockery of it and has ever since. Okay. So if you give me ammo, I'm gonna use it, right? If I'm in a business and you're a drug addict and I'm not, what do you think I'm gonna say when you coming at me? Right? So I would never expect somebody not to say Jermaine is a drug addict if I'm coming at them.
What industry are you at? Right. What industry are you in? Right.
It sounds more like it doesn't sound like he's pleading to be able to do his job, something he loves. It sounds more like, damn, bro, I'm finished with this shit. It's been so many goddamn years. How are we still here? But 50 saying, when it's up for me, it's up forever, right? And I don't think you get to dictate how long it's up once somebody feel like you crossed them. Not that you crossed them, somebody can just feel like you crossed them.
Right.
You don't have to be the person that actually did it. Go ahead, Ms. Riri.
I was gonna say it could never be up. I mean, that's totally up to 50. It could never be up.
Right.
I'm just saying 50 is the decider of how he feels about this person.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
It don't even have to be Buck. It could be anybody. And we know how petty he is on social media. Let's be clear.
He's a troll. 50's a troll.
The biggest troll.
He's the king of trolls. He's the king of trolls.
But he doesn't just troll. He strategically trolls. He
don't pick on people. Hey,
no,
he don't pick on people.
he chose in the form of marketing his business.
You're
Okay.
right.
Right? That spells genius.
Mm-hmm.
So now, if you know you've crossed him in a manner that's going to market his business, Jermaine's going to do it too.
Yeah, right.
If Riri says Jermaine Dick Smile, guess what? I'm going to do the rest of my fucking life
Whip it
because
out
y'all
online.
because y'all eat it up. I ain't gonna whip it out online. I'm gonna find a way to market hot dogs and bring Riri up,
Mhm.
and then the beautiful women that love that hot dog.
Hey, start the "Where's the beef" commercial again.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna find a way to use the ammo you gave me.
Right.
So I understand what Buck is saying, and I actually hope this man win. I want to interview Buck. I can interview Buck. I will interview Buck and get him on here. Let him speak for himself, because yeah, naturally I do believe let old shit be old shit and let's move on. Man, we grown as fuck now. Let's feed our families and move on. He did things in his adolescence, and let's be clear, everybody don't handle the fame the same way.
Mhm.
Okay.
He
Right.
got it real fast and it went up real fast. And he didn't understand the environment, I'm sure. But I can't wait to ask him. I can't wait to ask him, how did he actually handle fame versus how you made it look? Right?
Right. Or how it looks. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So for me, I want to ask him, did the fame fuck you up? Because in your natural habitat, wouldn't you have kept quiet for the man putting money in your pocket
Mm.
and just had a behind the scenes conversation, even if you disagree, understand your contract and fulfill it and move on? Right. But how many of us can say, if I had knew better, I would have did better?
Mm-hmm. Hindsight.
Right. We
Well,
all
hey, how about this? You can know better and still not do it.
right.
Okay.
But
You know how hard it is with that.
we all make mistakes. Now
Absolutely.
I'm not going to stick to that because I want to get to this. Man, I want to know about
Oh.
this so bad.
Mm. I
There's
just.
a Missouri teacher that had a sexual relationship with a 16-year-old student, and the dad was arrested for being okay with it.
He said they should do it anyway.
We're going to start with Miss Riri. Are you familiar with this story?
Yeah, I watched a little bit about it this morning as well.
Speak to it. Let's go. What do you have?
So the dad, like I said, he was gonna do it anyway. So what else I could do would be okay with it. And I feel that, like, as a parent of teenagers, luckily my kids are perfect, but
Ain't she though?
you know, they are.
You are my sunshine.
You know,
Right.
like, a lot of parents say I smoke weed with my kids, so they don't do it behind my back. Kind of the same thing, not but a different. You just have to accept it, because either they're gonna run away, they're gonna sneak around behind your back. At least you know what they do. I'm not saying it's right, but it's gonna happen. Man, this is what's crazy, because if it hadn't, sometimes if these situations happen and they weren't teachers, it would be way more acceptable. But because they're teachers and they're an authority figure, which it makes sense. I'm not saying that it's right, but I think it's hard for these young teachers now. Like, these kids are way more mature. They're exposed to so much more. I think it's hard. Just never mind. That sounds bad. That's not what I mean. It's not hard for the teachers. It is. Never mind. I'm done. It's not coming out right. Do you know what I'm saying?
No.
Hey, look.
Young.
Let
These
me ask
teachers
you.
are getting younger and younger.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
So let's not speak to experience for a second.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know that we don't know how much life the teacher has experienced, and we don't know how much life the kid has experienced, because we do know kids. I just read about a Chicago 11-year-old boy that was watching his, I think, infant brother and 2-year-old sister for a week and a half until the neighbor finally realized these kids ain't got no parents over there. The 11-year-old was outside crying And when they asked him what's wrong, he just went back inside. He didn't answer, right? Kids experience things we could never imagine and weather the storm without ever telling somebody. They knew not to call the cops. They knew not to tell the neighbors nothing. That little boy held it down, right? Until the neighbor just really realized ain't no adults over there. And that boy ain't no more than 10 or 11 years old. He turned out to be 11, right? So I won't speak to the 16-year-old's mind frame either, because I don't know in that 16-year-old mind what he's been through to be as experienced as he might be, right? So we'll leave experience out of it. What do we know about how high school students look versus when we was growing up?
They grown.
Hey,
They look grown, right? They ain't the little skinny, some of
right,
them are genetics.
right.
But
Well, remember what we used to say? We started seeing it. It's in the milk, right?
hold on,
Remember we used to say that.
hold on though. But a 10th grader be looking like a 21-year-old, 20-year-old, 19-year-old, right?
Right.
Forget how they look. This teacher built some kind of a bond with this 16-year-old because he probably looked like Michael Vick or looked like he worked in a coal mine. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had a picture. I wish I had a picture of him to show you what this boy looked like. But this boy is probably very attractive to this young teacher, right? This ain't the 70-year-old teachers we had coming up in school. These women be 22 and 23, a full teacher, and looking at people that they're attracted to, right or wrong. Now,
Okay.
the attraction is something. The attraction is where you got to find your discipline, is what I'm saying. The dad
Discipline.
found out about this relationship, right? And Miss Letitia, she says, and that's why he got arrested. The dad found out about this relationship
Right.
and decided, no matter what I say or do, I know my son, he gonna do it anyway. I don't know his parenting style. I don't know what he's going through with this 16-year-old, but I know what I went through with my 17-year-old.
All right, but hey,
I
look
could
though.
feed him. I can send him to a juvenile. Anything. But one thing I understand more than anything any parent has ever been through with a child that literally commits to rebelling is that there is nothing you can do when they commit to it.
Yep.
Just like an adult. And you just gotta pray them through that phase. Like, hey, give them the information. Like this what you finna go through, whether you like it or not.
Okay. Okay.
Hold on. Let me close out. This is what come with that. So when the dad said, I saw the messages, I told him, stop doing that. Should the dad have went up to the school and got the teacher in trouble the moment he found out and ended that, blew it up?
Mm-hmm.
That's what y'all saying?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so
Stop.
Absolutely.
What's the consequence? Teacher going to jail? Probably not. She's white. Let's be honest.
She going to
Probably
jail.
not. She ain't going to jail.
She
There's
going
so
to
many
jail.
teachers that didn't go
I
to jail.
don't know, man. I don't know. Current atmosphere.
Laterno,
I'm
whatever.
telling you, I could pull up about 15 teachers that didn't go to jail for fucking their
Right.
students.
But
Yeah.
hear me out. Current atmosphere. Current
Hold on.
atmosphere.
I'm talking about current times. 2023, 2022, COVID.
Right.
Didn't go to jail.
What I'm saying though is that's the big topic now.
I'm saying we can't guarantee she's going to jail. She might get
Right.
off.
Oh yeah.
And it's a small town. Depending on who,
probation. You know,
her daddy might
4
be
years suspended sentence.
hold on. Her daddy might be the judge. She ain't going to jail. So let's just say she ain't going to jail. She's just gonna get a whole lot of community service, right? Do that still stop them from fucking around?
No.
So what did we accomplish getting her
But
fired
okay, the
for
thing is
leaving?
though, what he
She
so
can't have as much access.
and it's about the act and what we are saying. Consent. Okay? All of what we're saying is my boy wants to do it and he's going to do it. Now, this is the thing though. She is an adult, supposed to be fully developed. She's gone through school. She's got an education. She's got to have what you said earlier, which is discipline. Now, let me tell you about discipline. What did I do? Was the first thing I did straight out of college. I'm a special education teacher, bro. And when I tell you that I had this girl that was 17 years old, and the only reason I know she was 17 is she used to say, Mr. Garnett, Mr. Garnett, Mr. Garnett. My birthday's and this, and I used to tell her all the time, what does that mean? You know, when I say hot to trot, and she looked like she was grown. Now, the thing is, self-control and discipline. Understand your position, man. That's a child. That is a child. And that right there, that because that's what we're raising. Now it'd be a whole lot different if it was, 1900 and kids grew up differently. At 13 years old, they were getting married and grown and all of that and having children. Right now across the globe, people would hear that a 13-year-old or a 14-year-old girl has two children and it is wed. Okay, they hear she's 14, she got two children in Africa somewhere, right? But what you don't hear is all you hear is she's 14. But see, over there, she's 14. She's married. She operates a business. Okay. She's independent. Okay. We're not raising our children to be that, to think that way. And so making these decisions, are we going to raise them to be adults or raise them to be children? Okay. In this country, a 16-year-old, that's illegal. If it was the other way around, 16 will get you 20, right? Men, 16 will get you 20. Period. And so it's the same. If she's taking advantage up here, he's not. He bottom line. And the reason why I'm so passionate about it is because they're trying to make pedophilia normal. And they've been trying to normalize pedophilia. Okay, and there's a movement. They try to legislation lobby, and so we have to draw the line.
An age of consent may be 17, but the fact that she's an
Right.
authority figure, it doesn't matter if he was 18.
She's an authority figure.
Still her student, it doesn't matter the age of consent. When you're an
That
authority figure, you're taking advantage of a situation.
period. Period.
That's what.
You have all the control. You can change that boy grades. You can
Period.
let him skip school and not tell. Like that's crazy. When you're an authority figure, you gotta watch yourself, man.
Hey, let's look at it on a job. That's why the boss, the president, shouldn't sleep with the vice president. Or, that's why they don't have it on jobs. Just take it out of these kids. There's a reason. You're an authority figure. Yeah, you're adults, but at the same time, the principle is the same. You're an authority figure. You have power over that you can wield. And that is an inappropriate relationship. And until we start raising our kids to be adults and be able to make those decisions, they should be by that age, 16 years old. We all agree that they should be mature enough to make certain decisions. But until it changes, until we change how they behave, absolutely not. Because the next thing we say it's okay, the next thing is they're going to be like pedophilia is in.
Okay,
And
hold on one
and
second.
they're
Hold
sick
on,
like
hold on one second. So I agree with everything you're saying, right? I also agree that that teacher should go to jail because you know what job you took. They explained it to you, and no way you're that age, 23 to 25, I'm sure is what the age range was. First of all, I ain't had no fucking teacher that was 23, 25. Where was they at when we was
we
coming
had a
up?
few. We had a
Our-
few.
now, our
They're all
kids
over the place now.
decrepit.
Where?
They all over the place now. In Northeast, boy, we had them.
I went to
had them
Northeast. That was after
We
my
had them teachers like
What year
like
you
Cat Boy
graduated?
said, no, I was-
95.
Yeah, 5
No.
years before me. So
No,
I'm
we didn't.
telling you, everybody was 90 years old.
They retired for you.
I went to Northwest. Them teachers was damn near dead. Like,
And I went to
like
Kenwood.
Right.
look,
I went
like
to
Cat
Kenwood.
Williams said, they had them gnarled fingers.
Gnarled. Ah.
We had 2 attractive teachers that was
Oh, yeah.
young and vibrant, right? Out of all the teachers, everybody else grandma age. So the fact that these kids are getting to see these beautiful, fresh out of
Hey,
college,
is that why I like old lady?
mind. But I understand why it's happening.
Mhm.
These kids today understand ain't no paying that shit. Ain't no pay for what I gotta put up with all these kids. So I ain't going over there. And the ones that do, they want to do TikTok. They want to look how the teacher scheme changed. We ain't
Yeah.
had no damn teachers that wanted to dance with us and sing with us. We had teachers that said, "Shut up, don't blow that spitball.
Yeah.
I'll get on my nerves." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Great grandmas. Like we didn't have them type of teachers. So I
Yeah.
understand the temptation. Also, I understand the temptation of the teachers. They fresh out of fucking school too.
Fresh out.
And
Hey,
these
that's why I'm
dudes,
telling you. Hey, my right-handed guy, bro. Like one day out
hold on,
that right there.
hold on.
Students
Aside
will
from that,
kill.
we got 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds that's in the league. 40-year-old women waiting outside their locker room as a
Yeah.
groupie, waiting
Before
to
they get to the league. Yeah.
turn that student out. And now that the college players get paid, they
Yeah.
probably waiting outside their hotel rooms,
Mhm.
right?
Okay.
Them dudes is 18, 19. They still somebody, baby, but they in a grown man's business, right? But that don't
Yeah.
allude, that don't take away from. Look, I'm just saying it gets skewed a little bit when we talk about where that 18, 19-year-old work at. Because if that 18-year-old and that 19-year-old is a football, baseball, basketball, track star, an athlete, period, are we taking the guidelines of you too old to be fucking with him away, or you too old to be fucking with her because she a gymnast?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? This rich 37-year-old want this fresh 18-year-old that just made it into the WNBA
Right.
and he in the NBA. Are we still saying the same thing? Because the teacher is doing that, but she ain't 40. She 23.
Mhm.
Ain't
As
that 40-year-old NBA
but you said
season
18, right? You got to be 18 to be in the league. Yeah.
17? No, you gotta be more than that now because they don't accept fresh out of high school no
Hey,
more.
look, bro. Look,
What
I
I'm saying is
until we change it, you know. But the thing is changing it. I'm not disagreeing that their circumstances may be called for what they call for, but the thing is we have to be careful when we're talking about changing it. And what are we talking about changing? Because they changed. You can go. They said it forever. I can go to war, but I can't go buy a pack of cigarettes or buy a beer. And so the question does become how far is too far when we're talking about all of this. How far is too far as a community? How far are we willing to let things go? Okay. Well, it comes back to, a 12-year-old should be cognitively developed to understand that if I do this, these are some possible outcomes.
let me tell you something about
16-year-olds aren't operating like that.
let me tell you something that's dope that Mr. Hall, my brother said. He said 16 won't get you 20 in ATL. They in the strip club with their own homes and tattoos out here by
Yeah.
then. Because
But that
let's
doesn't
talk
make it
about
okay.
hold on. Let's talk about location for a second. Location dictates how fast people
True.
move as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you get it, both of y'all know, no matter where y'all at, both of y'all know in Clarksville, you won't get the same effect in 4 hours away in Atlanta or
Right.
7 hours away in the DMV or in New York. It's a very different location that calls for the consent, the legal consent in New York is 17.
Right.
But what do I know about this city? It was girls 15 getting picked up by soldiers from the school.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah. We
wait.
used to call them fast.
Was you one of them?
We used to call them fast. Them
You
Yeah,
fast
dated
girls.
older,
not at
even in high
15, not
school?
at 15, but when I was 16 and 17, I
Tell them,
hung out
Riri.
with
You
older
dated older. You wasn't
and
fucking with
and and
who was in school with you.
these men, these military men would pick us up. We'd go hang out in the barracks with them. We'd go drink with them. They'd come over to our spot. I was out of the house when I was 17.
Hey, they
So
risk it all. They risk it all,
and
wouldn't it?
now that I'm older, I look back and I'm like, these men preyed on us. They were
Right,
predators.
right.
But back then it was cool because I was the young girl that had the older men with the car pick, you know what I mean? But oh man, these men, some of them were married. Some of them were married.
Let me ask
And
Like
you.
that,
that little
and
girl
Let me
that,
let
and
me
that's
ask
what
you.
we got to stand on. That's what
Hold
we
up.
got to stand on.
Let me ask you an unpopular question.
Predators.
Not to defend predators, because you're fucking disgusting. Let me tell y'all that. For you
Right.
men to want a kid, it's crazy to me. But I want to give you some pushback just for the sake of entertainment, right? Do you think it would be fair to realize, even after you had a good time and decided to be there, because we said 16, 17-year-old know how to make their mind up. They might not know everything, but they know I want to go fuck him. And they gonna find a way to do it. We said our kids will do that, right or wrong,
right?
right?
Right.
I want.
They definitely think that. Yeah, they definitely think that.
They
That's how they think.
definitely think I'm finna go have sex with who I want to have sex with, because
Right.
Oh,
we did it. We did it as kids, right? We did it, and it wasn't not that we knew everything about sex. We just knew we was ready to do it, right? Is it fair to wait 35 years? And I won't say fair. What do you think about waiting 35 years to say that predator preyed on me for a bag?
because I am at the age now that some of these men were, and I know better, but they didn't know better. They shouldn't. I should have never been allowed to be. Not I'm gonna say allowed, because my parents had nothing to do with it. They were great parents. I did what I did. But these men should have known better. They shouldn't have put themselves in the situation to be with me, to come pick me up, to be with me and my friends. So I think it's fair now that I'm a mature adult. Yeah, it's fair for me to go back and say they were predators because I didn't know any better then, but they did. They were old enough to know better. It's crazy because I see some of these same men underneath comments of my friends' kids, like under the 20-year-old kids
No,
that I watch be raised, the same men
them,
hitting on these young girls.
them real life predators. Now, to that, you say what, Mr. Jason?
Hey, man, I just echo what she's saying. Um, it's a it's understandable. Everybody has eyes. Okay, everybody has eyes. Yeah, you see, Riri. I know you've looked at some of your girlfriend's sons and be like, "Oh, he's a handsome young man." But not in no lustful way.
Right.
Not in no lustful way. Just appreciating the young beauty. Okay, you fucking Adonis. Fucking with him, but never in no lustful way. And you know, I it's a slippery slope because okay, 35 years, we can look at and say, okay, Bill Cosby, these women came out and said, okay, 30 something years later, 40 years later. But to your point, to the point that Riri made, hey, she didn't know at this time, at when she was that age, and now that she has processed through a lot of things and had life experience under her belt, those individuals were predators.
And it wasn't,
Period.
and I'm not saying that it wasn't consensual because yes, I felt
Right.
at the
But you
time
just didn't know what you was agreeing to.
that's what
It's
I
not an
wanted.
informed decision.
That's what I wanted to do. I had a
You
great
know,
fucking all right. I had a great time. But
okay,
looking back, I shouldn't have even been allowed in the presence
okay.
of people.
Mm.
It wasn't non-consensual. It was consensual. Me and my friends rode. We partied. We cut the music up. We smoked. We drank. We did all, and it was great. But now, like I said, looking back now, those people shouldn't have been. Those people should have known better.
Well, my
Right.
initial question was not on them. I was only asking about you because I already acknowledged them motherfuckers was wrong.
Right.
They was wrong. We already got that out the way. I was asking, is it reasonable to wait 35, 40 years to say now for a bag,
Mm.
this is a predator?
I think it's
Or
reasonable.
should you just heal and move the fuck on and not say nothing? Because some people would say, many would say, no, stop this motherfucker. Stop him in his tracks. Don't let him get away with
Mhm.
his indiscretions. But wouldn't we be looking in the mirror saying the same thing about us, about whatever the fuck we did wrong? Because
When you
I'm
say when you say bring it up for a bag, I think it's okay. I feel like it's not for that, but it's reasonable to bring it up whenever you realize it was wrong. It don't matter if it's 50 years from then.
I agree with that, but I specifically put for a
When the
bag.
motivation is the bag,
Then you ain't
Not
doing it for
just
the right
for a
reason.
bag.
Then you
yeah,
ain't doing it for the right
yeah,
reasons.
yeah. When you do it for the
No,
bag, when your motivation is that,
no,
It
I'm
never
only
it
asking.
never traumatized you in the first place if you do it for a bag.
right? That's not credibility.
Right.
Okay, so the people, that's what I say about, and we'll never know with the silver glove guy. Okay, but those parents, okay, both of y'all are parents. Those parents settled out of court. They made allegations, right? You know who I'm talking about, right? They made allegations, and those parents settled out of court. I'm not a parent, okay, but I don't care who you are. Ain't no settling out of court. My child said you did this. Ain't no settling out of court. And so if you do, that says to me, that's why it'll always be up in the air to me. Is what do y'all think? What about that? What about something like that? High profile. Okay, they settled out of court, but we talking about the bag, the money.
You did it for the money because nobody's getting justice. You ain't stopped nothing. You let
All
them
right.
know, pay me.
So I can't let y'all stay here because I gotta close out
No
tonight.
credibility. Right.
Let I gotta let people go enjoy their weekend. It's Friday night,
Right.
right?
Heck
So
yeah.
we're gonna get to this last case. There's a brother by the name of Ronnie Long that had a case. Uh, he was released. He got arrested at 21 and did 44 years in prison for allegedly sodomizing a young lady. I forget her name, uh, but it turned out to be a whole lie. He was
Mm.
never on the scene, never did it, and they gave him 25 million. I'm gonna be honest and say what I know about business. That 25 million, a quarter of it will be taxed, right? And being in prison 44 years, if you don't have help, you don't know how to keep most of that money, right? You don't know
It's
how
a
to,
whole nother world. It's a whole
right?
nother. That's two generations.
So we'll start with you, Miss Riri. What do you think about the 25 million versus the 44 years he lost in prison?
That's not enough. I don't think any amount would be enough. I don't even know. I don't even know what a reasonable amount of money would be. That's 44 years. Like that's a that's a lifetime for some
That's
people.
more than most people ever lived.
That's a fact. I don't know. I can't put a number on it. I really can't. I mean, it would have to be in the hundreds of millions. Like it would have to be astronomical, and it still wouldn't be enough. Todd,
So
you
I'm
can't.
I'm not asking you about a number. I'm only asking you about whether or not you think that 44 years was enough time for them to figure out this was a fucking lie. This
You
was a black man, by the way, and that absolutely was a white woman that said
and
they
how did the truth come out? DNA, what was it?
DNA. He was never on the scene. They never submitted the fingerprints that was on her body or at the scene. It seemed like a framework. Somebody knew somebody, is what I read from it. But the thing is, he did 44 years. They submitted the DNA. Then they said, you can go home. We're
Bad.
sorry. My bad. My bad. After 44 years. And the award from the state was 25 million. Um, I have my opinion of what happened. What do you think?
I mean, I really don't know. I don't know. I would probably want to research the case, but it seemed like closed case. They swept it under the rug, didn't give a damn. Especially 44 years ago, that's a black man. Of course, they don't care.
Yeah.
He'd been out a lot sooner. Maybe if he was a white man, I don't know. I mean, that's my
I'm
guess.
glad. No. Forget color. I'm glad you said 44 years ago, the state of the country and where we were at. Anybody could get it. And even today, anybody could get it. But 44 years ago, you definitely can fucking get it because we didn't know our rights,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
We definitely didn't have enough readers to know our rights because it was hidden in a book that they didn't teach us to read.
And
And
imagine,
hey, look, and even if we did, what happened when we try to exercise them?
I'm gonna blow your brains out.
imagine how many, imagine how many people got swept under the rug.
Okay.
It's not even
No,
color.
no.
We don't have DNA. We don't
Not,
have the, you know.
not how many people got swept on the rug are getting. It's
Right.
that many people innocent in prison right now because that's $1 trillion business. And that's the reason I brought this to the forefront of the podcast is because not all people are actually guilty in prison serving time.
Hey, look. Hey, plea deals. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the long and the short of it. Anybody who's ever been in court, I don't even care if it's a traffic ticket. Okay. The DA will come to you, okay, and want to make a deal, want to work with you. Now, if you know anything, they're not trying to work with you. Okay. They're working against you.
They
And
work with
so say again.
they work with the court.
Okay, right. They are an agent of the court. And so they come to you with a plea deal because guess what? If you don't, they tell you what the penalty is. If you don't plead out, if you don't take this and you go to a trial, you're running the risk of spending 4 years. Okay. Maximum. They hit you with the maximum over jaywalking type shit. Based upon what the law says, I can give you up to 4 years for jaywalking. Now that sounds ridiculous, don't it? But just look at the books. Okay. Look at the books. It's there. And so they hit you with that plea deal and you can't fight it. You don't have enough to fight it because they have unlimited resources. Okay. So you take that plea deal. I've never taken one that I was aware of. I did one time. I ended up with what it ended up being, but I've always said no. I'm going to trial. If I didn't do something, I'm going to trial. If I didn't do it, I'm going to fucking trial. And it's hard. It's hard because of what you're facing.
Trial, man.
It's hard because what you're facing is because this is what they do. If you make them do that, if you make the damn DA work, he wanna throw the book at you, and so you are risking. They're gonna spank you. Okay, that's just like you a defiant child. You wouldn't take the little deal I tried to give you. Okay, now I'm gonna have to teach you a lesson, and that's not how law should be,
Hold on.
But that's how they do you.
But be careful about the people that you have closest to you, that you fucking, that you smoke with,
Absolutely.
that you with, because that's who's telling them where your weak spot is.
Okay. Okay. Right.
That's who telling them that you love your mama more than anybody else in your life, so they're gonna threaten you with it. That's who telling you. That's who telling them people that you would die for whoever, so they gotta flip them.
Right.
So when you taking that shit to trial, understand the stranger is not coming to testify against you.
That's right.
It's the motherfucker that's gonna
know you
and know you the best.
That knows you.
Break your heart. He
right.
He or she knows all your flaws or enough of them. And it's going to break your heart to sit across from the person saying that motherfucker did it because they found, and it ain't personal all the time. It ain't, people take people that's across from them so personal in the court when really they hit their pressure point. They can't do 20 years in prison. You probably can without saying a word. But they threaten the children of the person pointing the finger at you,
Right.
and it's the children they can't live without. Or
Yep.
it's the mom that they got to take care of that's sick that
Right.
you can't live without. It's the pressure points. You
Hey,
can't take it personal. You literally got to sit in there and understand my heart is broken for the wrong reason.
hey, and that's what the DA does too.
They got
Metaphorically,
to.
what you just said, that's what they do. Because you think about that. If I go to prison for 10 years, my kids are going to grow up without a dad. So I got to take this plea deal because I can't fight it. I know I didn't do it. And if I had a lawyer, I could prove it. But I take this because of my family, because of, this, that, da. Just like they're holding a gun to your head.
I'm probably saying too much on this live for too many people, but I want you to
Nothing
understand,
but
man,
the truth,
don't always be personal. It don't
right?
always be personal.
Business.
Sometimes somebody is pointing the finger at you because they ain't got. Yeah, you always got a choice. I hear that all the time. But
Yep.
the choice that they chose don't even be about you. Most times, it don't be about you. I love you, but you understood how I love my mama, how I love my children, how
Yeah.
I love me also. And you know I can't do a day in there. You know me. I
Yep.
can't do 7 hours in there or I'm gonna kill myself. But you won't, right?
My ex used to tell me, "I'll never commit a crime with you because you got kids, and you gonna fold as soon as they throw it. You, hey, come here, sit down. You
Hey,
hungry?
listen, he's a smart man.
You know,
Okay.
I mean, that's facts. Like, it's
If
true
you put
because I'm gonna choose my kids over you all day.
well, don't put no mother of any type of children,
Okay.
adopted or not.
Well, it
Okay.
wasn't a real crime. It was just hypothetical. It was a joke.
I'm saying no, I'm saying hypothetically. Me,
Statue of limitations, bitches.
no, no, fuck all of that. Me, no, me personally, I wouldn't put a woman that got children they love in a situation to have to testify against me. Because the first
Hey,
thing I
bro.
understand is even if I'm free and we get in an argument, she's gonna pick them kids over me.
Damn right.
So why in
Hey,
the fuck
bro.
would she not?
Hey.
Hold on. Why in the fuck would she not pick them kids over me in court?
Right. Right.
Don't.
She would have picked them without the court.
Okay. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm saying call him a snitch, call him a rat, call him whatever you want. What position did you put them in? You put them in that, you let them get that close to you.
Yeah.
You let them find out them things about you. Now you mad because they're saying what they found out about you. You let them find that out. You put them in position to know that. Your job now is to be quiet and listen to what you let them find out.
Yeah.
And then respect. And then respect that it's your time to be caught. Because why the fuck was you still doing that bullshit when you know you put them in position to find out that bullshit?
Go.
You see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna keep robbing stores with a woman that got something to lose. Bigger than me. Boy,
Bro. Hey.
you gotta be Bunny and Clyde. We finna die together for me to be robbing.
Hey. Hey, look.
And Bunny,
Even
hold on. Bunny really died.
right. Right.
You gotta be. And Bunny didn't even display. Did y'all watch the movie? Did they
Yeah.
display
Hey,
the
I know the
movie?
story.
Yeah.
Hold on. No. Did you watch the movie? Because it was spot on.
It was some deep shit.
Hey,
I didn't.
she didn't fuck around from the first scene to the end.
Right.
Bunny never gave you a reason to believe she wasn't down. for everything that was coming. Am I
Right?
wrong, Riri?
No, you right. She was a bad bitch.
And when I say that, don't we know people? I won't put it on women. I won't put it on women. Don't we know people that show us signs that we can't really go the distance with them?
Oh yeah. 99% of people you can't go the distance with.
You can't go the distance in how deep I'm trying to take this shit. So you start to pay attention, like, oh, that motherfucker lied about that. That was stupid.
Mhm.
Hey,
I
Jay, what I
never
tell you about
listened to it.
trust? That's what I'm talking to you about trust, bro. I'm not stupid, but I trust everybody. Trust, I pay attention. Fuck. I listen to people when they talk, what they say, how they deal with other people, how they deal with me. All of those things, I'm being observant, just using my tools of observation, hear, see. You know what I'm saying? If they say they don't smoke, you know what I'm saying, but they smell like cigarettes, come on, man. You know, all of these things, they seem like nothing. But when you watch people's behaviors, you'll know what they'll do in any given situation.
It's different levels of trust too. I've had
Yeah.
friends I can trust them with my life, but I wouldn't trust them with my man.
Okay. But you had to learn that. You had to see
Oh
that.
yeah.
Hold on,
Okay.
wait. Say that again, Riri.
I said I have friends that I can trust with my life.
Oh,
I know they will die from. They'll take a bullet for me, but I can't leave them in the house with my man.
fuck.
It's a different type of trust, and I know, but as long if I know it, then I control it.
There it is.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you control?
I
Yourself.
control how I deal with those people.
Yourself. That's right. Yourself. The only thing you can control.
I had a friend that would steal from me every time she was in my house, and everybody be like, "Why you steal?" Because I know what she's gonna do. I'm aware. I locked my purse up because she had a
You're
problem.
not surprised. You're not disappointed.
She would
You
die for me,
know,
do anything for me, but she'd also steal $20 out of my purse.
okay.
So I
Instead of
knew
asking you for it. Like shit, girl, why don't you just ask me for it instead of doing that?
I would like
Yeah.
leave it hanging out my purse a little bit when I knew she was just to test her, and then I'll be like, "Girl, bring my money back," and she'd be like, "Okay." Like, and it was crazy that people, they didn't understand why I dealt with this person because I knew that this person had my bag in the end.
Hey,
Tanya, Miss
hey,
Tanya,
it's called the thieves we
hold on,
love.
hold on. Miss
The thief
Tanya,
we know. The thief we know.
relax, Jason. Miss Tanya said it's better to be around the devil you know than the one you don't.
Facts.
I have
I don't
some
want to be around no devil.
That's kind of
I
deep.
have I have some pushback. I don't want to be around the devil at fucking all. The moment I find out you devil, I'm out of there. Right? Um, I know that y'all have y'all reasons. You like shit. I know what they gonna do, so I'm cool with that, right? If I don't have a full grasp of how deep your devil is, I might stay just a little bit longer to see if I'm tripping. Because sometimes I trick myself into my old way of thinking and feel like you might be a piece of shit because you might remind me of something I've been through.
Yeah. Yep.
But then I get to looking at the details of how we move forward and realize, damn, that was just me. They didn't even know how to do that. It just looked like it, right? You looked like you was on the way to that. But I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be very fucking honest. Sometimes I overstay my welcome in finding out. Have we all been there? Of
Absolutely.
overstaying our welcome of trying to find out. Ladies and gentlemen, don't do it. I am here to tell you it's a fucking dead end. You're gonna be disappointed and pissed anyway.
When people show you who they are, believe it.
But hey, right? Believe it.
Everything
Not
but
even just that. Not even just that. Learn that when you recognize the problem, it's just a problem. There's no way of working it out.
Hey, look,
You know
funny
they
you.
shitting on you and they telling you bullshit lies. That's
Hey,
what
look.
they're comfortable with.
Hey, one thing you brought up, right? This just that devil's advocate, right? When someone I'm having a conversation with comes to me with a devil's advocate point of view, like I will almost shut them off, because why would you advocate for the devil?
I think it's just a saying. Like,
I know it's just a saying, but the saying, what's the thought behind the saying is what it is. And I'm thinking to myself, if we're trying to get somewhere, why would you intentionally advocate for the wrong side of it? You
I think
understand what I'm saying?
I think
I
it's
when
a way to bring up the other side of the coin.
Well, bring up another side, but not the wrong side, is what I'm saying. When somebody says something, devil's advocate, the total opposite of something that's absolutely right. Well, what about this? Because at the end of the day, I would say that hate is a form of love. Somebody else would disagree with that and say, no, that it's the opposite of love. I say, no, it's indifference. Indifference is the opposite of love. Hate is a form of love. You love something so much that you hate this thing, that you act out in a way. It's crazy. It may be sick, but that's how I define it. But that can be debatable. But when it comes to what we were talking about earlier, wrong is wrong. And those who play devil's advocate are, they try to make the wrong thing look right, or the right thing look wrong. And so I always pay attention to those people who are constantly doing that. It's okay to, hey, here's another side of it. But people who do that all the time, be wary of them. They play devil's advocate. How do
Those
they
people,
really think?
those people like to stir the pot. That's
There it
the
is. They want to argue. Right. There's
debate.
no right answer with them. And
Mhm.
so we have to be mindful of when we're dealing with those are signs. Like, I know it, like I said, it's just a saying, devil's advocate, but what's behind it, just like all the old sayings, there's something behind it. If you pull that little piece out of it, and that's what it's good for. Watch
Hold
out for
on,
people who do
hold on.
that.
Miss Tanya says you just have to know how to manage your expectations of people.
That's true.
And
Yes.
what I've learned
Yep.
from the word expectations from one of my partners, man, I had him on the show my first year of doing this show. He said to me, I have no expectations of people I meet. And I battled him for 3 hours on that topic. Like I went head to head and we just ended up agreeing to disagree. But what I learned about expectations along the way is you absolutely are putting stipulations on people, but you're actually holding yourself to a standard as well. In the meantime, you're literally telling yourself, if I don't get this, this is what comes with this. And the other person is saying, I expect you to just be you. I'm cool with that. Right? They're living carefree in their world while you stressing.
Mm-hmm.
You
Because
know
you
what I'm saying?
expected
You
them to do
stressing
something.
what you expecting.
Yeah, we
I
set ourselves up. She's
still,
absolutely right.
well, hold on. I still believe in standard though.
Yeah.
And that's expectation in itself.
But it's just
Standard
how you deal with it. It's just how you deal with it. Knowing what you
again,
know.
again, expectation is necessary, but I don't think we manage it well.
Mm-mm.
That's what I was gonna say. I don't think we
I
manage
agree with that.
expectation well. I think we put too much on people we meet way too soon. And I
Yeah.
also understand that we don't give enough room for human error.
The older we get, yeah, I agree.
Human error is a thing that's bound to happen no matter if you expect it or not.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna fuck up.
you hold people to
I'm I
standards.
will look a beautiful woman in the eye that I just met today and tell you, hey, you know I'm gonna fuck up, right? I don't know when it's gonna be, but I'm gonna fuck up. I just need to know if you can manage fuck ups in this phase of your life because you may be in a healing part of your, you may be in a healing phase in your life where you can't handle it. You know what I'm saying? And if it's too much, let me know right now if you can handle it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've said all I wanted to say. I want to read a couple comments, then we're gonna close out with some encouraging words. That's what I do on my show. We close out with the encouraging words and we have a good rest of our weekend. Mr. Mike says you can have expectations on everything in your life, but a person don't respect you. You're not going to get the expectation you thinking you're going to get. That's true. We can't dictate what another person gonna do at any given situation. Anybody disagree? Nope, we're all in agreement. All right, so Miss Tanya, she said you set yourself up for disappointment when you attach expectations to people and you don't communicate these expectations. And then the expectations you said you know damn well they can't meet. So now let's talk about communication. You can tell a motherfucker till you blue in the face. Stop smoking cigarettes. I don't like when you smoke cigarettes. Da, 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 da. That's your expectation, but you don't know how far that addiction is. Yeah, they can absolutely have the want and the will, but it takes a process and time. I don't think you should be disappointed that they didn't quit the day you wanted them to quit. You expressed it. Again, you put that expectation on them. Now it's pressure in the relationship when you really could have just said, am I gonna fuck with them or not?
Yeah.
You really could have just said, because guys do it. The stupidest shit I ever seen in my life, and this is way off topic, but it resonates with what we're talking about. I hate when guys meet strippers and try to change them out of that lifestyle.
Right.
It's just a job.
No, it's not just a job. Stop lying.
Okay.
It's not a fucking job.
Hey, no, it's a job. No, it is just a job. It is just a job.
No, the fuck it's not when that stripper wants a fruitful relationship someday.
Hey, it is just a job, but that job makes it very difficult to have what you just said. A fruitful and, it was 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. I mean, if she's out showing it all, I mean, hopefully she would know she don't have to lie. Like, shit, I've already seen it all.
It could be just a job.
Most of the guys, listen, I've been in love with a stripper before. And not in love,
bro.
Healthy relationship wise. I'm talking about, I love what I saw, right? I love the experience she sold me. Then we fucked around and became friends outside of work. But no way in hell was I about to engage with a woman that said, I'll never stop stripping. Because at that point, I realized, oh shit, I ain't built for somebody else looking at my goods. I ain't built for who we don't choose. Riri, be quiet, because we got a big show next week. I don't want you to start commenting where I'm going.
Saying nothing.
I just wanted to warn you.
I'm just listening.
I don't want nobody touching what's mine.
Ever. I don't want nobody looking at it.
No, you can look all you want.
No, the craziest don't even want them looking at it, bro.
Not everybody gets touched.
I'm not crazy. Let me tell you something.
Hey, you can't even touch now. You can't. It's like you got to be like 5 feet from the stage now. That's some bullshit. I'm not throwing my dollars.
I hate this, but every show I got to do this. That's cap. I don't even go to the places where they don't touch. So I don't know nothing about them places they don't touch at. They touching and they fucking where I be going.
I'm going to gentlemen's clubs.
So you were okay with her doing it with you, and you accepted that.
Yeah.
But you can't accept that that's her job and that she would let other people do it. I mean, I respect the fact you said you realized that you couldn't go forward with that, but that's how you meet somebody. That's how you meet them. Then you know what you're getting right off the rip.
I wasn't finna waste my time wasting her time. And
but you talked to her outside of work.
No, we talked outside of work because she actually dope, very smart, all of that.
But what did you want from her outside of work?
Right. That's what
I didn't take nothing. I wanted her, but I couldn't take her out of her lifestyle, which is what my brother just said. My brother just said it's not a job, it's a lifestyle.
But you met her.
Hey, say it again. Hey, no, but that's the thing. Hey, Riri, hey, he said it though. Lifestyle, right? Lifestyle.
What? But you met her in that lifestyle and it was good enough for
Right.
you, or else you wouldn't have took it outside.
All right. So let's ask this. Why, we think this. Why choose that lifestyle? Why you doing this? Da, 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 da. It's a man's nature.
Let me tell you something.
Then leave it in the club.
Why we talked outside had nothing to do with her stripping and us kick. What happened was she cracked the joke on my way out. And I'm a humorous person. Anybody that's known me, Riri, you've known me long enough to know I like to laugh, correct?
True.
Jason, you've known me long enough to know I'm fin to crack a joke. If
Okay.
we'll be joke cracking at some time.
At some
I'm
point, right. And so, yeah.
When I found out she had a humor, that attracted me. Had nothing to do with how beautiful she was. The ugliest woman in the world could have cracked that joke. I would have laughed and wanted to know more. Right?
Okay, right.
It wasn't until she hit me up and said, so she asked me for my number after she cracked the joke. And I said, yeah, hit me up. Never expected to hear from her. Right? Because
Right.
I see what you're doing. You probably get 1,000 niggas numbers, ballers,
Especially where we're at.
And I was in Vegas where all the ballers spend top dollar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not in no small town, not in Atlanta. Well, Atlanta, they spend big. But I was in Vegas where the rich people be. They throwing 100,000 just cause and don't write it off on their taxes.
But you couldn't get with the lifestyle.
Let me close it out. And I'm gonna wrap it up real quick. My thing was she cracked a joke that attracted me, not how her body looked, not her outer exterior. Once she cracked that joke, I never expected to hear from her when she asked for my number. Right? I never asked her for her number because I already knew I can't connect with no stripper. Because I'm gonna be in here every night trying to make sure niggas don't grab your ass like I did.
Hawking your ass off. Napoleon ass. Hawk.
I don't want them grabbing your ass.
Let her
all these chickens and I'm a chicken hawk.
Let her make her money.
I don't want them grabbing her ass. And I'm gonna be, because when I connect with my emotions, when we connect, I don't play like that no more. You know what I'm saying? So I understood I can't play with her like that if that's something she loves. Why destroy her dream because I got a vision? That's crazy.
Well,
that's why it didn't work.
Well, with that, again, I make no bones about it. 46 years old, never been married, don't have no children and shit, right? But one of my things has always been in the relationships I've been in is the fact that there's you, there's me, and then there's we. In that order.
That goes down.
Okay?
Yeah.
And a lot of the times what happens when people get together is they lose who I am. Okay, there's me, there's you, who we were. Look, so it's unreasonable for you to ask her to stop doing that, but we can't do that. It's okay for you to say, hey, I can't have you, I can't have my wife, the woman that I see as a wife. I don't want her doing this.
Jason, stop this shit.
And so all I'm saying is, though, what's fair, what's fair is fair, bro. You can't
stop this shit. Stop this shit.
You can't do it.
I'm gonna let Riri attack your point first.
No, I don't even.
Riri, get it. Come on.
You can't do that. There's you, me, and we.
Jason, you stop. Riri, come on in. Attack this bullshit, please.
Your lot. Someone said to me, your logic is all off.
Okay.
Okay. What?
Tell them why. Please tell them why.
No, I mean, no, I don't even know where to go with this at this point.
Okay.
I'll just say this to wrap it up. I think what I was saying, well, you met her that way, but I respect that you cut it off because that's something you couldn't deal with. You didn't start dating her and try to sell his dream and then be like, okay, now we're together. Now you got to stop.
Right.
Because, but if
ain't
you
that fair? Ain't that fair?
That's fair.
I thought I was being a good guy by doing that.
No, that's
not
respectful.
Interrupting her life.
You didn't act like you could accept it, and then continue, and then she's like, "Oh, I got this great dude. He lets me be in the club. He likes it when people touch me." And then you're like, "Oh no, bitch, that's you gotta wrap it up." But if you knew your expectations at the beginning, that it is what it is.
I understood that your pussy cannot be the world's pussy. But if we happen to get, no, I can't go there yet. We're gonna have a conversation, Riri.
Yeah.
Next week. We're gonna have a conversation. Here's the thing. My brother say it turned me on to see other folks attracted to my women. Spinning on my women and chasing my women. When I know she loyal and only giving it to me, it makes me feel like the one.
King Kong.
That's the different mentality of men and women, because some women love when a bunch of women want her man, but she know she the only one that can have him. Or if she choose to let him engage, she can pick. Some people love that idea. They get off on it. For me, the moment we share, I don't know how to turn it off. Now you and me is for everybody. The moment I find out we sharing and you ain't upfront with me about that, it don't even got to be deceit. Let's say we decide to. I've been in a relationship where she said, let's have a threesome. And I said, you open that door, I ain't closing it. I was very honest. You open that door, I ain't closing it.
Yeah, how do you go back from there?
Well, I know how to go back from there. I'm a disciplined man.
I understand, but I'm just saying most can't go there. Most can't go there, bro.
I'm not all saying I don't know how to turn it off. What I'm saying is I don't want to turn it off.
Right, absolutely not.
Until you say, let this long dick ass mandingo fuck me too while you watch. Guess what y'all don't know? I like that too. I want to watch.
What? What?
I didn't expect that.
What?
You know why you didn't expect that? Because you think I'm one of them guys that'll say, let's have a threesome with a girl only.
I don't think that. I have no preconceived notion.
No, I'm saying most people. I'm saying most people.
When they say that, generally, most guys, I'm just saying most guys, when they say that, they're not thinking that.
Most guys would say, bring somebody in the bedroom, but it got to be a girl.
They're not right.
I'm agreeing to it, and this baby girl turn, I ain't turning it down because you let me smash your girl. Why wouldn't I let you smash buddy that you pick?
Thank you.
Okay, cool.
Hard about that.
Here's where.
Hey, that's when it don't work.
Here's where it gets interesting though. Now I can turn off that we inviting people. Now I can't go back to just being exclusive because you put me back into my old days. Now we just tossing. We tossing, ain't we? We tossing.
That's the dangers. Right? That's the dangers. That's the dangers, man. That's the dangers of it.
We tossing. So I watched Buddy knock you off. Shit, it was a good session, and I ain't mad. And we can keep smashing. But baby, don't get mad at me because I want Tasha and Kanika and Karen.
But it's always an informed decision between
consent. All I was thinking is consent, right? As long as I consent,
go behind the back and do it with Tasha or whoever you said.
I'm not talking about behind the back. I'm talking about the conversations we're having.
There you
I'm
go.
saying prior to ever happening. I'm telling you that door does not get to close because you asking for this one later incident.
That is again, that's a lifestyle. Okay, I think we're all old enough, but based on what you're talking about, we all old enough to have some concept of that, and that's a lifestyle. That's a lifestyle. Being able to do that, being willing to do that, share your partner, that type of thing. That's a lifestyle.
What if it's brought to you as an idea And then
Hey, I
and
would
one
be
person
wrong.
don't enjoy it.
Hold on, I'll be wrong as fuck if I ain't let my brother tell y'all this. Cause bro, you ain't shit for this comment. But I gotta put it out here because it's dope. He said, bro is a recovering whore.
A whore.
Don't give him a
A
shot when he
whore.
already graduated from AA.
He's a hooer.
Who? Hey, no, damn it, no, man. The whores get paid.
That
I
ain't
ain't got
right.
paid nothing but tears and fucking trail of tears. I
Nah, shit, me, I got paid.
didn't say mine. I
No,
didn't say mine.
I got paid plenty of time.
No, but
Here's my
I
thing.
just can't. Yeah. Good night.
Here's my thing. And I want y'all to comment on this, and I won't cut y'all off. My last point, and we'll get off of here so y'all can enjoy y'all Friday evening. My last point was I wouldn't bring somebody else in the bedroom because it opens so many doors,
Yep.
the imagination that a man is wired to already. I'm already disciplining myself to be into you, right? I'm disciplining myself to one woman. The moment you open me up to other options, I'm saying for me, me alone. I don't know about other men. I don't know how other men think. Many men do it all the time and enjoy it. That's why they got swingers clubs and all kind of other shit, right? And
Right.
they enjoy their lives. I'm saying for Jermaine, the moment you tell me I can fuck Sherry down the street, I can't guarantee you I'm not gonna keep fucking Sherry down the street if Sherry presented something wifey don't present. It's just not in her. Because guess what? I understand Jermaine don't got what every man can present. That's the one thing I do know. I can do the best I can do, and you love it for the moment we had. Am I wrong, Riri?
No, you're right.
You've had good experiences, but it just wasn't what another man presented
Hmm.
for that experience, and you thought that was the greatest. Am I wrong?
No, that's true.
So I'm saying,
Yeah.
how is it so confusing when I, in turn, say, I love my wife? Let's hypothetically say Riri is my wife. I love my wife. Riri is my baby. I die for her. Don't play with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Don't play with Riri.
What happened to me?
Riri tell me, Riri tell me, baby, Lush is coming through here tonight. You know my homegirl from way back. And
uh,
she been saying we can hunch. And I want to hunch. And I'm like, okay, but
I'm gonna look that up.
the honesty of it is I like the way Lushes look from the neck down. And I'm gonna probably want to hunch without you knowing sometimes. So I would rather not do that.
Mm,
Riri, how do you respond?
no.
Well, we just ain't doing that, right?
In that situation, no, because
I
that's where
was very honest with you.
that door being open. Yeah. You I need to know every time. And I know situations where people do that. They end up hooking up behind
No,
the
I'm
back. That's
saying,
wrong.
okay, so if I say I let you know every time I want to go hump.
If I agree to it the first time, and I mean this is what I agreed to. But I do have a question.
Riri, stop right
Oh,
there because that confused me. Think about life. Think about how much you love your now husband,
mhm.
right? You love your husband. Y'all are in a good situation. I'm saying you opened that door, and all you required for me after you brought her to the bedroom is to let you know I'm going to do it. Is it that easy for real in real life?
No. No. No, not in real life. No.
Not if
Because
you care about that person.
he
That's
could just wake up and randomly be like, I dream. Luscious was riding this thing backwards like she did 7 months ago. I need that. And he just roll over and say, hey, 3 o'clock. I'm finna go meet up with Luscious. You cool?
Okay. No.
That ain't going like that, is it?
Mm.
See what I'm talking about that door?
But
Because
when you agree to do the threesome, that I feel like the only way that should be able to happen is with the 3 people when it happens going forward. Like that's what's agreed upon. It ain't agreed that y'all hook up one-on-one. We
it's not
agreed
how,
to threesome, and it's not going to happen that way. But that's the idea.
that's not how that door works.
Mm-mm.
That's not how
No,
that door works,
never.
love.
This door don't never swing that way.
That's not how that door. That's
Ah,
not how that door works.
Mm-mm.
I would love to believe that that door works that way, but it doesn't because of human flesh and human nature. It does not work that way.
So let me ask a question.
No, you ask me next week.
Oh,
When we
okay.
go ahead, ask me. Go ahead.
Okay.
I ain't. You let me talk. I'm a damn sure let you talk.
Okay, so if you think you need to spice up a marriage or something like, hey, I really been thinking about this. I want to bring another girl or another guy, whichever over, and you agree to it. But what if you're happening in the end and the wife is like, man, it was fun, but I didn't, or not even that, just like I really didn't like it. I didn't like the way it made me feel. Is that door still open, or are you saying that's the door you can never shut, even if your wife didn't enjoy it?
Hold on. Ask that question easier. What did you say? You asked like
ah,
you asked
Okay,
like 72 questions in a
now
paragraph.
she asked one. She asked one. Your wife
you,
said, "I ain't with it. I quit it.
you know
No,
I'm
no.
saying
It ain't
Stop,
what I thought it was gonna
stop,
be,
stop,
right,
baby."
Jason. Stop,
right.
Jason. Ask
What he
your
said?
question directly.
It ain't what I thought it was gonna be. I thought the idea
The
of it
threesome?
cool. Yeah. We have a threesome, and then the next day we talk about it. How it was it? Just ain't what I thought it was going to be. I really didn't enjoy it. I thought I would enjoy it, but I didn't. So now I'm not going to reopen that door. But is that door still open for you?
How come I gotta enjoy what you enjoy? We're two different people.
Because the point was for us to enjoy it together.
No, that
We
was
didn't
not the
know how
point.
it was going to turn out.
That's not the point.
That
You
is
don't get to
that's my question.
dictate. I'm asking, do you get to dictate what I enjoy?
Well, she thinks
I'm
she allowed you. She thinks she
Jason,
allowed you.
stop. Jason, stop.
I'm asking about your door because I might have to close it because I didn't enjoy it. Your door is
I'm
still open.
ask,
So is
I'm
that the end of the
asking
relationship?
you, I'm asking you, why would you be that naive as
I'm
to think that your enjoyment dictates mine?
I don't think that. But where do you go from there? Is what I'm saying. I don't think that at all. I think you're gonna want to continue to do it. But do you? Or do we just end it there because I've done opened that door for you and it's not closable. So are we done?
No, I also said I would never open the door because I know how far I might take it. So because I know
We're
the end,
pretending we're in the door.
I
Hypothetically.
I, I understand. Let's pretend we open.
I got you now. I got you now. I thought
Let's,
you was crazy. I thought you was losing your mind, bro.
you talking
But
about me?
yeah. I was like, I
No,
know he ain't lost his mind.
no.
Okay.
So
But I'm
in
with you
the
now, man. I'm tracking.
in
Go
in
ahead.
the beginning, I
Right.
said I wouldn't even open the door because it
Right.
might open me up to my flesh
Because
that
I know
I'm
myself. Because
that
I know
I'm
myself.
yeah.
I know myself. Absolutely. Okay.
I'm
I'm
not
tracking.
I want to agree
you.
with what is she talking about? I'm
Hold
more
on. Who you want me to?
yeah. When she said, I never thought I'd ever say this, but you're wrong. To what part? I want to know if I probably agree
Yeah,
with
I
you.
don't know what part she's talking about, but I posted it. But here's the thing. I wouldn't open that door if I know myself. And I understand how much you mean to me. Right?
Right.
So
Right.
don't even go down that road. It's sort of like when women ask them damn trick questions and we know to say no because it's going to lead to a longer argument.
Right.
Like,
Okay.
man, I already know
We
what
do
you want.
we do that.
No, I
We do
don't
it.
want to go there. Hell no.
Hey,
But why you want to go there?
if you could, who would you? Okay, of course,
Right
we
now.
gonna name some ridiculous ass actress. In her mind, she ain't threatened. She like, well, you can't. I know you don't have a fucking chance in hell with him. But see, what we know about y'all can sell it. You can give it away. All of this,
Stop.
don't matter what you look
Stop.
like.
Stop,
Look at.
Jason. I know you dying to talk. But
I'm
stop.
Ain't that
just saying
ain't
that.
that
Let's stay where we're at. I wanna
I thought you're right.
I
I thought
wanna
we was
I
there.
wanna I think she's here. I think she understands where I'm going. For me, for me, for me, I
Right.
would not open that door. But if you're saying I opened the door, I didn't let this chick come in here, right? Your ultimate question is what? I didn't let her come in. What is the problem now? You saying would I still creep with the woman after I let her come in?
If you knew that your wife you're doing it to
Didn't enjoy it.
spice up a marriage. Your wife's like, I didn't enjoy it. I don't think we should do it anymore. It wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. What was she say?
Yeah, don't read the comments. Stay with me. That's my
That's
job.
exactly what we're talking
My
about.
job. Stay with me.
She want to know what I want to know.
Stop. You don't know. It's your first time on the live. Stay with me. Don't read the comments. I'm gonna block the comments from you.
No. Okay, no.
Hold on. I feel like I need to get in these.
Question: if
No,
you
no,
know
no.
we're doing it to spice up our marriage because
Hold
maybe
on. We both agreed to spice up our marriage.
yeah, we agree to this. To bring
Okay,
a guy, girl, whatever we agree to, threesome.
got it.
The
Bringing them
next
in.
day, we're talking about it. It seemed like it was going well. Next day, we talk about it. I'm like, I don't think that's what we needed. I don't think that's gonna fix our problem. I don't enjoy it. I don't want to do it again. I'm closing the door for me. I'm not saying that I'm dictating what you enjoy because you might have had a ball. Are you gonna close that door for the sake of the marriage, or are you like, hey, I actually enjoyed that and I don't really care that you close the door, my door's staying open. What you gonna do?
That's different. So you changed the scenario.
No, that was it. I just had to say it a little different.
So if we both
That's what happened.
agreed, so how I started this was that you wanted a third, not me.
Right.
Right. So now you're speaking on we agreed
that's what
to
I said.
spice it up. No, I'm saying that's where the scenario changes, is that we agreed on this. The way I started this was that I don't want this shit, you do. That's how we started it. One party wanted it, the other one didn't. And I'm telling you, don't open that door because I know me. Right?
Okay.
But if we agreed on it, that door is slammed and locked because I never went in as a man with some kind of sense. I never went in here trying to give 100% because I ain't trying to fuck her better than you because I know you finna pinpoint that right after we get to fucking. And I bet not fuck off nothing she did.
So I'm not even gonna do it.
So I ain't even
doing it.
Play these games. If
I'm not doing it.
I'll fuck around and come off her head and not yours.
Man,
Do you
baby,
know
I love you. Thank you. I love you. Thank you.
You're not
but
answering,
no,
you're not answering the actual question though.
I'm gonna answer it. I ain't gonna dance.
You been dancing.
You tangoing all around this month.
I mean,
oh, relax. Listen, I'm shutting the door. It's locked. It's closed. I would never compromise what I'm building and what I entrust myself into. This is a relationship. We are together. The moment we establish this is us, and I know for myself it's real. If you flaw and I ain't told you yet, totally different situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play just like you playing till I'm through playing. You know what I'm saying? But if you're talking about a fruitful relationship and we build and we build, you brought this girl in or this guy in. You know what I'm saying? I watched you and the guy fucked. Cool. The girl came. You didn't want to fuck with the girl. You just wanted me to see me knock. I'm not finna nut off her. That's the first smart thing. I ain't finna nut off her. You finna come get me off. Because I'm a smart man that knows you still want to be loved in this situation. The shit you ain't gonna tell me.
Message.
Right? Unless I've been with you long enough to know that getting off on another woman turns you on.
Unless that's another message. Unless say it again. Unless what?
But I have to know that for myself, not just off some quick.
You can't give another woman that.
You told me, right? Now, let's move forward. No matter how I get off, if we both agree to this situation, I will definitely close that fucking door. If we still building, and we still on. But I'm telling you, I'm not the type of man that can open that door and close that motherfucker. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
And
The
so you
moment
should,
you
yeah.
let me fuck a bad bitch that's going and we having fun, we gonna have to keep that train rolling. I ain't saying consistently
Choo choo.
every now and then. Let's go get us a bad bitch that don't look like. Let's go get. Oh, you
It's
need
bad
to
enough.
go.
It's bad enough. We see the donuts out there and we can't eat them because we're on a damn diet. Okay,
Nah,
it's
you
bad
not
enough.
ugly.
It's
You
bad
need.
enough.
You need
But you
your
let us
own.
eat one. You let us cheat on our diet. Come
What
on,
I'm saying.
man.
You
Come
need
on.
your own 6'9", 12-pack, light skin that don't look nothing like Jermaine, bald head with a beard or no. Okay, I understand because you just let me in, Sherry. Paul got to be in here.
So yeah, that's it. That's it right there. Yeah, don't even open the door. It's wise not to.
Yeah.
It's wise not to.
I'm saying if you opening that door,
You better know.
be comfortable both ways.
You better know.
I ain't touching no man.
Well,
I got
this is the thing. This is the thing. Hey, would you be okay with your, because men want to have that conversation with women sometimes. The thing is, would you be comfortable hearing? This is what I've heard. Would you be comfortable hearing your girl say, "Hey, well, I thought this guy was attractive." Da 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 da. You have the conversation that you would be having with yourself sometimes. And I mean, what do you expect sometimes when they say that? Now, if a woman agrees to that, what is she agreeing to? I heard that whole conversation y'all just had, and what you said, Jay, was what you agreed to wasn't what was presented, because
no,
we
I
have to
didn't.
understand who's in control. She brought someone in, not you. Did you tell her it would be a fantasy of mine? All of these things come into play. But if she said no,
No, Jason.
if she
No.
said no, it's
First
a
of
no
all,
go from then on out.
first of all,
Don't even open that door. You're right.
I said if we agree on bringing other people in the bedroom, no matter the sex, we
Right.
agree on them. I personally, if I say let's bring another woman in here, I am not against her fucking another dude. That's what I said.
Okay, but
You
all
ain't
I'm
even
saying
got,
is that
wait
that
a
wasn't
minute.
the conversation though.
No,
Because
yes, it
again,
was.
what you
You
said and
missed
what
that.
people hear.
Hold on. I'm saying you missed that. You missed that. I'm saying it doesn't have to be a conversation. The moment we agree on bringing people in the bedroom is that I'm not going to be one-sided. That's what I'm saying. My
That
woman understands you're not the lesser of us. We are
right.
equal in this thing. The same respect I give you, I want it back, and vice versa. Right? So if I say I want another woman in this bedroom, you can go on ahead and guarantee.
That gives
You
you the
can say,
liberty.
let's meet and greet with Paul
That
Kirby
gives
or
that gives you
whoever.
the liberty. That gives you the liberty. You're saying, hey, fair.
Absolutely. If
Turnabout
I
is fair
get it,
play.
right.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
so now am I comfortable with it? Doesn't matter because I had the balls to ask her to be comfortable with it.
Mm.
I told her to be comfortable with it.
well,
So
it
now,
matters. It does matter whether you're comfortable with it or not, because she may ask you, and if you're not comfortable with it, then therein lies another thing she may bring up. Why aren't you comfortable? You comfortable
no,
asking me?
see,
That
because here's what Jermaine is aware of. If I'm not willing to ask a woman to do something for me,
that you
I'm
not
not willing to accommodate.
okay.
You see what I'm
But
saying?
that takes. Remember what we was talking about? That takes months, bro. That ain't a 6 month conversation.
We ain't talking about time limit now. We just
Now I'm
talking
saying
about
relationship. What we
no.
talking about doing though? You
We
gotta,
just
if you
talking
gonna do
about
something like that, you gotta be responsible.
we
A
just talking about
lifestyle,
the line. We just talking about the line of respect. That's it. For
right?
me, I'm not asking Riri to do nothing with another woman in the bedroom, and I wouldn't allow her to come to me and comfortably say, I like Curtis, and he live on the south side. And I think he'll be a cool dude to come through here and do that thing I like.
Okay,
Listen,
what makes her different?
I can't wait to meet Curtis, whether
What?
I like it
All
or
right.
not.
What makes so what you're saying? Okay, I don't disagree with you. I'm saying what makes that relationship. You're not willing to, if if that's it, and you're saying, hey, don't even open that door. The relationship I have with you, I don't want to go there with you because this is what that will turn into. I understand what that is. And if that's what you want to do, we can do that. But that means that's going to stunt our growth, what we have. So I'd say, you know, I, as in you, third person, you're telling her, I don't want to do that because these are why. These are the reasons why. And I value you more than that. Let's not do that. You're
But
willing to tell her that. That's
of
what you're
course,
saying. You're willing to tell her that.
of course, we're gonna have the conversation in full. I'm telling you, on the
Hey, Matt.
surface, she
Yeah,
shouldn't be uncomfortable about asking me for what I've asked her for.
absolutely.
Now,
Absolutely. Okay. Okay.
to move on, another point. My brother said, only way my woman can deal with another man, and this is for you, Miss Riri, and then we're done. No more comments. Only way my woman can deal with another man is if she's going to do something with him that I can't do for her. Don't have him do anything that I can do. Miss Riri, to that you say what? Because I'm a man and I'm biased. To that you say what as a woman, honestly?
I honestly say you might be able to do something, but you may not do it the way I like it, or he can do it better. So you might be able to, it may be the same thing. It might be better. But you wouldn't know that just by looking at it. So you might think, hell, I could have long stroked you, you know what I mean? This dude just something about the way he do it is better. So I mean, I get what he's saying. I get the point of what he is saying, but
And it might be just his silhouette on the wall and the way he talk you through a nut.
he just do something to me that you not doing.
Exactly. He might talk you through the nut and the other dude just stroke you through it. Right? And you like both of the dicks are the same, but he talks me through it. I enjoy that.
Yeah.
Right? That's an added
My dude.
or
I-
his
What he be
chocolate.
doing? What he be? What? Hey, what we be doing?
Hold on, relax. On a serious note, I want to laugh too, but on a serious note, because men get so emotional in this sense, he might literally be 4 inches taller with a six pack, and your man got a dad bod, right? Same penis, literally the same penis, but because the view is different, he went. The view. Am I wrong? That's penis. Am I wrong?
Man, hey, you know what? Yeah,
Am I wrong? Who is that?
bro,
I don't know who
bro,
that
you
was.
ain't wrong. You can't be wrong. But look, I like all I could think was this is like justification for the lesbians. Like, look, she doesn't like what's attached to it. She just likes it. Okay, she likes it. She the rest of what's attached to it. It's as simple as that. I
Did you hear what I had to say?
No, every time I get a call, I lose you.
I told you to put it on do not disturb so we can
man,
get
do not disturb. Not
I
they
don't
can
even
knock,
go
but they
here.
can't come in.
Okay, so we're gonna have to work on that. That's for next week. This is your trial. And so my point was it doesn't matter. The one thing could change the dynamic of what the other person does. So I don't agree with the comment my brother made because it could just be that he's 2 inches taller with a 12 pack and he decides he like to oil and grease up his body and it looks better. The aesthetics are better. Same penis though, same stroke, same outcome of how you orgasm, right? But the only thing that ups it is as he puts a little bit more into the effort of making you finish. And you say, I just need that every now and then. Because I know my man, ashy ass, gonna get out the shower and don't lotion up and do his thing. You know what I'm saying? This man don't get me 7 days a week. He gonna do that other shit. He look, he said, my brother said he may eat the booty and like anal. I'm not
No,
doing that.
hey, this is
Go do
turn.
that with
Hey,
him. No,
I'm
he said I'm not doing that. So go do that with him. but he can't touch my coochie because I touched that coochie. That's
Jamel,
so
Jay,
selfish. And how
Jay,
you gonna know?
Jay.
No.
So all you lovers tonight,
It's
if
so many
you
ways
wonder
that
what
you
you should be
know.
thinking about, you should
I
be
do
thinking
know,
about your lover.
but I do know women are under the guise that men don't know how to tell if they've been out cheating. But that is the stupidest fucking lie y'all can believe today. Riri,
I
am I wrong? Am I
No.
wrong? We be knowing, right or
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
We be fucking knowing, but I'm gonna let every woman that believes men
I
don't
don't
know.
know. Hey, I've
Well,
never
wait.
known.
Not
I've
always.
I've never known. Hey, I've never known, and every time I found out, my heart was broken.
Hey, I knew every time. I just didn't say nothing because it wasn't my business.
But that just might have been who you was with. Because
Hey,
No, it
right?
wasn't who I was with. It was
I
who
have
I was
not.
visiting.
It was who I was with. It was who I was with. It was who I was. It was all of that.
I'm gonna tell you what it actually was. It was how much I cared as to whether or not I said something. How much do you care? When I absolutely know you've been fucking somebody else, if I don't say nothing, baby, you can understand this ain't forever. We just having fun now.
Hey, expectations.
We just having fun. Hey, I
Expectations.
ain't gonna say nothing if
I'm
we having fun.
every time, every damn time.
You say what?
I'm saying something every time.
Why?
Because if I don't care enough to say something, I don't need to be dealing with you.
It's hard for me not to, but
You
and
gotta
I'll still do it. I'll still do it. I'll be like, look, but look, the
Because
game's up.
women get attached.
The sham is up. So let's go ahead and let's do what we came to do. But
But what if you having fun?
that's how I am with that shit. The sham is up. Let's go
You
ahead and
just
get crazy.
The
you
shame.
literally just ruined the fun you was having initially by saying,
Nope.
you fucking with somebody and this is how I know. Because now y'all finna argue about, you know they gonna
We ain't gonna argue about nothing. We're not gonna argue about nothing. Once the sham is up,
It's gonna be an argument.
it bye. The sham is up. Bye. What'd you say? Let's not even open that door. Man, the sham is up. What we talked about earlier.
Are you done?
Disclosure is better than discovery. Just tell me what's up. That's what women tell men. Just tell me what's up. Just tell me you want to fuck.
That's all cap. First of
Right?
all. That's
Right?
all cap, first of all.
Right. But when you do, when you're honest,
Listen, you want honesty.
it
but
don't
not
work that
bad.
way. It don't work that way.
Jason, stop. You want honesty, but not as bad as you say you want it. No,
Right.
you
That's
don't.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Because you can't be.
Let me drop him down. Because he ain't gonna stop talking. Let me tell y'all something. Fellas, that's all cap. You don't want to know the truth. You don't always want to tell the girl you know she been somewhere else, whether it was 2 days ago or 2 hours ago. Because that dude might have finished in 7 seconds. And she came to get the nut from you. It didn't happen. Girls fuck more than one dude in one day. It happened.
Women want to know every time.
From dudes?
Yeah.
Because you controlling and narcissistic a
No.
lot of times.
That word
Yeah,
is
yeah.
thrown around. No.
I know. And I did a whole show on how many narcissistics we can do. But here's my point. My ultimate point is, bro, you really don't want to know in the moment of having sex if they had sex with somebody else. You want to
No.
finish. That was my point. My point is, if you're already in there, you're not finna just stop and say, I can tell you've been with somebody else. I realized they've been with somebody else in the middle of it, but their habits didn't change. The Gucci is a little different, but they're gonna tell you, this thing snapped back at you. Yep.
Stand that.
To your point, you're mostly right, but you'd be surprised. That's all I'm saying. You're right. You're right, but
all I'm saying is, motherfuckers capping right now. If they say
that's not normal.
In the middle of it, they stopped and said, "Feels like you've been somebody else," and I want to know the answer. Right
dude, that would be a little creepy and scary.
Who have you been with? That's cap.
They're out there, bro. They're out there.
Turn these lights on. Can you imagine? Turn
They're
these
fucking
lights on.
out there, bro. I promise they're out there, man.
Your
Turn these
paycheck.
lights on right now. You tell me. Look me in
Tell
my
me now. Right.
You look me in my face and you tell me who you've been with.
They're out there, bro.
She ain't gonna
They're
tell
out-
us. You can do all that. She ain't gonna tell.
I can smell him on you.
Miss Hunter,
That shit.
Miss Hunter, all the way up top of New York somewhere. She said that happened to me, bro. Whoa. I don't
Whoa.
even know.
Whoa. Hold on.
I don't know.
How did it go?
How did it go? Right.
So Riri, we're gonna bring her on here next week with you.
Yeah.
We need to know that. We need to know that story, don't
We
we?
need
Right.
a story time.
Miss Hunter,
Right.
Miss Hunter, story time next week.
Fucking right.
But we wrapping this up tonight, man. Thank y'all so much. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all chose to be right here with me. Miss Marcia say I done been caught.
Oh no.
Baby, we all been caught. Some of us still don't know we got caught. Some of us don't even know we got caught. We done all been caught. You can't lie that lie. You can't tell that lie too long. We done been caught. All of us been caught. Some of us just too stupid to know we got caught. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
I just don't think that we get into that moment and want that nut that bad to stop, turn the lights on and be like, who you been with? That ain't how you kiss me on my neck.
Who you learn that from?
Where did you
Man
learn?
used to do that. Bro. Yeah, it happens, bro. It happens.
Listen, man, if you doing that shit better than I remember, keep doing that shit.
No, bro. Just think about it. Just think about it. She do some shit that she ain't never done before, bro. Now, you know,
I heard it from a friend or a video.
right. Yeah, she could have, but if a dude does some shit,
Men ain't out
if
here
a dude does some
teaching
shit, and look, if a dude does some shit like that he don't usually do, what you gonna think? Where you learn that from? Where you learn that?
here teaching women new moves. We learn that from our friends or from a video or
Right.
just because we think it will feel good.
They have y'all have Avon parties.
Hold on, stop. Riri, you gotta cut the shit at some point.
Yeah, y'all have Avon parties.
Y'all cut the crap.
Okay, so Miss Marcia said, nah, he didn't stop, but I knew I was caught. And we all know when the mood changed when somebody be like, shit, I should have never.
I want to know how awkward.
Never did that. Why did I do that? It's out of habit because you've been dealing with somebody else for a minute.
Somebody, right?
You forgot. Old school didn't know you knew how to do that.
Heart start beating real fast.
Like yeah.
Hey, look, you lost yourself. You lost yourself.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's all good. But anyway, I love y'all to death, man. Y'all been dope. Man. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna get off of here. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all chose to be right here with me. One thing I never do is get off of here without sending the people an encouraging word. Mr. Jason, what's your encouraging word this evening for the people?
Man, communication. One of my favorite quotes. When I'm with my friend, I feel at ease to think anything as well as to say it, right? So when we talk, I can think it. It's just a thought. That's the type of relationship you need to have with your partner. One of those where you can think it, and all we doing is just thinking it, man. I'm just bouncing it off of you, baby. I don't want to do it, but I thought about it, and so I figured I should tell you. Man, ain't that ideal? Ain't that beautiful? Yeah. But can you handle it? Can you handle it? Do it.
People, words of encouragement, anything, doesn't matter.
Don't stop, keep going. What you're doing is enough, but do better tomorrow. Be kind to people. You never know what people are going through. If you feel it in your heart, just send a word of encouragement to somebody, anybody. Because sometimes people just need that little push. But keep doing it.
My words of encouragement to people is you're bigger. You are bigger than how you feel. You know what I'm saying? I understand that the day-to-day is very different. You absolutely are bigger and you are more than how you feel. Don't be discouraged. You're allowed to feel that way, but don't be it. Don't become it. Overcome that thing. So think bigger every day. Be what you said you was gonna be. We had some fun on this show tonight, but the bigger message is You are, like my brother said, more. And the movie is streaming right now on the YouTube. ShoCheese, type it in. You know what it is. It's right there for y'all to watch on YouTube
Yeah.
more. Uh, ladies and gentlemen, y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all chose to be right here with me on the Let's Talk Heavy session. Blessings to each one of y'all.
What's
Sriri,
up?
blessings. Mr. Jason, blessings, man. Y'all be dope tonight. And Miss Riri, I'll see you next week.
See
We
you
in there.
next. You in there
We in
like
there. I'm in touch sooner than later.
word.
Y'all be easy.